All right, guys, let me know how the sound is. All right, so right now we have NIO at 2180s here, 2180s. Let me know if you think NIO earnings are going to be good or bad. The earnings call, the actual NIO earnings call is not until like 8 o'clock tonight. So we're going to react to the earnings that are supposed to be dropping after the bell. But for now, we're just going to chill because those earnings are not going to be good. Those earnings are not going to be out until like 8 o'clock tonight for the actual stock earnings for NIO. At least that's what I'm finding here. Let me know if you guys see anything different. But what I'm seeing right now is that the actual conference call for earnings isn't scheduled until like 8 o'clock tonight. So we are holding right now 100 shares of the SPY. So about a $40,000 position here on the SPY. Bought this dip just currently. We'll see how this goes. Down on the day, like, $60 or something like that. Looking for a bounce here in the SPY. Right around 449. Hopefully we can move up to test 450s today. I might actually add a little bit more too. Get a little bit better average. And then look to hold with this roughly as a risk level. Let me know if you can hear the music. You should be able to. There we go. Nice. Take a little piece off, holding 50 shares left. Scalping this bounce that we were trying to catch. See if we can get a little bit broader move up here on the SPY. But yeah, we're waiting for the NIO earnings to drop. We're just kind of hanging out. Let me know anything else you want me to look at in Power Hour. Take another little piece off. We might continue to kind of scalp the market for the rest of the day. Not bad. We're only down about $40 now on the day, so CEI's just been dumping down. What else has moved today? I mean, we could pull up the Benzinga scans and see what's going on here. USFR was a big mover today. Nothing really happened there. APVO. AMC is consolidating around 20. And so, I mean, we could look at that. Mostly sideways action on the AMC, though. All right. All right, cannabis stocks are set to run because the House leaders officially posted a federal marijuana legalization bill on a legislation they plan to take up for floor votes next week. All right, we're going to add a little bit more on this dip. $75 shares of the SPY currently. We're in roughly $33,000 in equity in this trade. We'll keep adding back to it, maybe down to 449 and then cut it right there. NIO popping up pre-bell. Let me see when the earnings are supposed to come out here. But you can see NIO actually surging up here. 100 shares of the SPY. Again, just looking to add back. This is a pretty major support level here, so I'll add back to here. SOXL, LOGI. Yeah, SOXL. What kind of ETF is XOXL? It's something. Again, right now this SPY trade is currently about 45K in equity. So let's even load up to a little bit more, pulling back to this support level, anticipating a potential bounce right here on the SPY. I don't really trade power hour that often. And so, we got a little bit of room to trade some more today. Don't trade power hour much. I'm gonna add one more 150 share position now. Ideally, we're just looking for a bounce at 449. That's what we're looking for in the SPY. I don't really trade this late, so there is some risk to taking these positions, but we're all good. NIO pulling back some now too. Just want to see a bounce up, maybe like to 36 here if we can. I don't mind letting it test all of this. Watching the Q too to see about like minor adjustments to that. Looks like we're going to be pulling back to a potential support level here. I at least want to try to see like 449.40. All right, well, we got about 10 minutes until then. We'll take profit quick into something like this. All right, we just took half off there. Still in 75. There we go. Took a little bit more, 50 shares left. Cut a little bit more. 25 shares. Made a little bit. Might add some more on a dip down here if we get the dip. Doesn't look like we're going to, but watching the Q as well. Man, cannabis stocks have flown. Wow. All right, we're going to add some size back on this little dip. We do have news dropping. When did that cannabis news drop? I'll have to find another article here for it because that's great news, honestly. Where's the report? Here it is. Adding into this pullback. Overall, we're about flat in after hours. So the federal marijuana cannabis legalization bill is scheduled for the House floor next week. It's the it's the More Act, which is great. More Act is solid. I like this down wick right here. You can see. See if we get a pop up here maybe now. Okay, hold on one second, guys. Sorry, guys. I had to give some type of insurance approval. So I did make some money there. I don't know how much I made. Okay, we're only down $17 in the day. Part of me really wants to swing a little bit more. Uh, um, to see if we start testing highs in that last few minutes. We'll see. But what do you guys think? And I'm going to do a poll right now. NIO is flying up here. I'm waiting for the earnings to actually get released. I'm going to do a poll right now to see what everybody thinks of NIO pre-earnings. Okay, are you a bull or bear on NIO pre-earnings? Bull or bear? Let me know. Vote on the poll. Yeah, we got the poll going. Bull or bear on NIO pre-earnings. So we got ourselves green on the SPY. We're also in a Q trade right now at 25 shares. Just in case we start testing highs, this will bring me green on the day. And we're only down about $7 on the day. So not bad. Still green on the week. Watching the SPY too. We'll see how that goes. But we're going to go ahead and cut this, I guess. Bull? Vote on the poll right now. We got 13 votes. 69% are you saying bull. 31% are saying bear. So just let me know what you guys are. See what happens. We got about 13 minutes left of market activity. Let me know, guys. Vote on the poll right now. We're still waiting on the NIO numbers to come out. Still waiting for the bell. All right, so we got ourselves to green on the day. We are actually currently in the SPY on one last trade. Ooh, man, we fall back and ended green again, man. I'm telling you, if I keep trading, I can end green, man. And this is the beautiful part of scalping is that we're up about 260, $270, 207 or $2.70 on the day. But honestly, I'm still really happy about that. But look at cannabis stocks fly. Hey, well, good luck, Seldom. And listen, guys, we day trade. Listen, we trade a $30,000 account with $120,000 in equity. If you look at some of these positions, just to put it into perspective, if you guys ever want to watch me trade at the opening bell, we trade at the open every weekday morning. And just to put this into perspective, today we've traded roughly $1,920 or 20 shares of the SPY, right? So if we multiply that by 449.35, we traded $862,000 in equity today. And so we trade big accounts. We scalp, so we take very quick short-term positions, and we trade quick. And we just scalp momentum is what we do. And today we're green. We ended green. Our system runs about 70% accuracy scalping. We trade the VWAP. We've got some great VWAP content. I am 100% green on the year day trading, which is very rare. Most people on YouTube aren't, to be honest. And if you want to see how it's really done from somebody that doesn't sell you anything, like we don't sell anything ourselves, we don't charge for any of our content, hit the subscribe button, guys. Waiting for Nio earnings. Let me know what your prediction to them are going to be. I think outside of Tesla, Nio is the strongest EV company they have that's out there. Outside of Tesla. Now, there's still some things to think about, but I think it's strongest outside of Tesla. I've watched Nio for the longest amount of time, and we'll see what we get. Yeah, sorry, Matt. I had to mute it. My wife had to ask me an insurance question, so I had to mute it for a minute. But we're back now. We can handle everything. We usually have. I have somebody that works for me, that manages the channel that is also here occasionally too. And so right now it's just me, but it's been kind of hectic. My son's running 102 fever. He has been for, you know, 4 days now. Probably a cold, but we brought him to the doctor. They said probably a cold of some sort. So it's just been hectic. SPY breaking highs right now as well, though. NIO pushing up. Um, Let me see what time NIOs. I don't think they specified exactly when the earnings are supposed to come out for NIO. I know it's supposed to be post bell. For NIO, it's supposed to be post bell. Um, Estimates. Looking for estimates here. Estimates are for 1.53 billion in revenue. Um, the call is scheduled for 9 p.m. Eastern, so it's gonna be 9 p.m. SPY ripping up though. Make this a little bit bigger. There you go. Obviously, most people are bullish. Let me know what you guys are watching right now. If you've seen the NIO cars, they're actually pretty dope. Like if you actually look at some of the NIO cars, they're actually pretty cool. This is the ET5. Looks really cool. They have SUVs, which is really cool. And you can see NIO up to $22 a share. So the bell is in 7 minutes. We'll see how the market responds, but we are green today. Um, it's 3:52 a.m. in China right now. Okay, so yeah, then the earnings call is basically going to be in the morning in China. Got you. So it's gonna be like 9 a.m. in the morning for China, probably around, I'm trying to look at the Nio Speed Stats. All right, so the EP9, the Nio EP9, which is really a track day car, sports car, track car, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour and which 0 to 60 in about 2.6 seconds. Um, Pretty impressive. This is the EP9. EP9 looks dope. Uh, the fourth quarter report's just going to be dropping post bell today. So generally, what happens, if you guys aren't used to earnings, generally what happens is is post bell. So sometime after close, like after 4 p.m. today, which is in 6 minutes, sometime after 4 p.m. they're going to drop the earnings report. So the earnings report will come out. We'll be covering it live as soon as it comes out. We're going to be dropping and watching the reaction and covering the earnings report live as it happens. And then generally, if it's a U.S. company or somewhere like that, they're going to do the earnings call between 4:30 and 5 p.m. But because NIO is based in China, that earnings call is actually going to be about 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're not going to be covering that on the stream, but we are going to be covering the earnings that drop post bell and the reaction to those earnings. Um, so I think the really interesting vehicle that NIO has right now is the ES8, which is actually outselling Tesla in some ways. It's the SUV, the NIO ES8 SUV that is doing really well overseas. Um, and so yeah, here's the ES8 if you want to see it. Pretty cool. That's the ES8 right there. All right, so the bell's market's closing in 6 minutes or in 4 minutes. What's up, Ed? Yeah, so earnings call is just basically a call that reviews the earnings report in a little bit more detail. Um, that's the earnings report's going to be dropping after the bell in 4 minutes. Sometime. Generally, it's between like 4 and 4:15 is when the earnings will come out. It's going to be sometime in between there. But again, we're going to be covering it. Um, Gonna send Bobby my. I still rip it up, man. I should have held that 100 shares I bought. But I'm just glad to be green. It was a difficult day post bell. But man, cannabis stocks are flying up. All right, so the U.S. Senate unanimously approved a cannabis reform bill on the same day that House schedules legalization vote. Okay, it's just a research bill. Nobody really cares about that, man. All right, guys, market closes in 2 minutes. It'll be more influential than the actual earnings. The earnings report's not going to be more influential. I don't think, at least. It can be, but I don't think it will. I think that the earnings are going to cause the more severe reaction either on the upside or downside as opposed to the earnings call. At least not typically with earnings. Generally, the earnings release is going to be much more powerful in terms of price action than the earnings call itself. Generally, not always, but generally. Change your TIF and keep trading. I'm good, bro. Honestly, I'm green on the day, dude. I'm very happy. Like I'll show you guys my stats. They're not the most impressive, but like again, I upload my stats live every day, and I do this to promote transparency on YouTube because I think a lot of people aren't transparent, and people can make fun of me for trading small. They can say whatever they want. All right, so uh right, we're gonna take all of our March trades like this. This is basically our stats. We're up about 530 so far this month. If if you want to see proof of this, which I genuinely like to show, I kind of like bragging about the proof. We're gonna take all these trades, we're gonna delete them. I already did this once today too. And we're gonna delete all of those trades, right? Or no. Wait, hold on. We're gonna take all of these trades and we're just gonna delete all of these, right? Just for those that don't usually watch me, man, I should have held my 100 shares of the SPY, that $40,000 position. I should have held it. But right, so all of the trades this month from March 1st are deleted, right? So we deleted all these trades from TraderView, right? And so what we're gonna do is we are going to select March, the entire month of March on TOS. I don't want y'all seeing my account name or anything like that, so y'all can't hack me. We're going to export it to file and we're going to save it. We already did it once today, but we're going to save over that, right? All right, so you saw us save our TOS trades, right? You saw us save all of them, right? And you also saw us delete it and save the file we're about to upload, right? So here's the import button. We're going to choose file. We're going to go to the same file we just saved, which is right here in recent files that we just saved. We're going to click it. We're going to say upload. And we're just going to wait. Also waiting on the Nio earnings to drop, which are not out yet. We can refresh, let everything come out. All right. So those are all our trades. And these are our actual stats. So far this month, we are at 540. Details, if we look into it, we're running about 70% accuracy, about 70%. 1-to-1 ratio, if we can do it. We had one big loss on Friday a few weeks ago, but aside from that, we're running about 70% accuracy in the system. We're only having one losing day of the week that we're averaging losing on. And here's our graph for this month so far. And this is out of hundreds of trades. 500 trades total. So it's not just one lucky win. We're a scalper. So we're just scalping consistent, money out the markets. It may be small, but we're actually profitable. We are that 10% that make money in the stock market day trading. And so you want to learn how you really do it and the real truth behind it, because there's a lot of sensationalism in day trading. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Yep. Yes, sir. Oh, guidance is definitely important. Guidance is definitely important. Yeah, and if we're going to try to push and maybe try to make $1,000 this month if we can, start trying to make 12, 15K a year, which again is over 50% account growth. If we can make over 15K, that's over 50%, or that's 50% gains. S&P does 10%. So if we can do that consistently within a few years, we'll roll up a really nice account. But reality is, if I can continue to put in these results to where I'm profitable like I am, getting some funding might make some sense for me, but we're going to have to wait and see. Yeah, it's 500 trades. So we're averaging $1 a trade DS, but that's all right. That's okay. In the end, it's not about, it really isn't what about I'm making right now. It's about the results I'm putting in, right? We can always scale up or size larger than what we're doing now. Realistically, I could probably buy, 2 to 3 times as many shares as I'm buying now. I've got 120K in buying power. And so realistically, I can always scale up. Right now, we're just in that process. We were trading smaller before, and we're kind of in the scale up process that we are now. So we'll see how it goes. Spy pushing. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people think I'm just taking one good lucky trade. It's really not. It's I ended green today, SPAC, but barely. And the only reason I ended green is because at the very beginning of this stream specifically, I started scalping the SPY, which had a really nice trend to attack. So we were able to make about $60 right at the end of the day, and green very slightly, basically break even, but green nonetheless. Um, if you expect price action to be violent, you basically straggle. Um, Kent is what you're talking about. Buying a straggle. Um, you can. It just depends on it. It's all about skill. Like you can straggle stuff on options, but it's all about how well you can do it. It's easy for me to be like, yeah, go ahead and do it, but like actually executing it is a lot different. Like just like I can teach people how to trade like I do, but like actually executing those trades is way different. People don't have the same risk parameters as me. They don't have the same patience, discipline, all that stuff. So it's going to fluctuate. You could try. You just got to remember, you got to get good at it first. Um, yeah, and I'm just pumped to be green. In all honesty, I'm just happy to be green. We ended green. We'll take it, and You know, we can always scale up our size, but like these are my real stats. I upload them live. Um, you know, and honestly, it all boils down to this one mistake. I showed this earlier. Like y'all saw me upload these trades live, so I can't fake them, right? Y'all saw me upload this whole month of March. This is my March month. If it wasn't for this stupid freaking, my stats would be much better if it wasn't for this one dumb trade. It was back on like Friday, I think, or the 4th. It was on the 4th, I think, where I lost like big money. It was right when I was first scaling up. Yeah, this $236 trade. If I delete that trade from here, just to show you, like, I've kind of gotten much better with my risk system since then. If I delete that one trade, we're doing much better. We're doing much better, and our system our system looks a lot better. You know, um, that one trade made me lose a bunch. So it's like, but I'm gonna avoid those type of risk parameters now. Like I'm understanding how to do it correctly at this point in time. Like basically my risk system, and I'm gonna do a video about it. I'm gonna make a video about it. But basically the way my risk system works is it's a tiered risk system or a scaling risk system, right? So it's like if I lose, I start the day and I build a cushion, right? I build a cushion, 30, $40 is generally what I'm shooting for with this current sizing level. I try to build a cushion, right? So like 30, $40 in profit is what I'm really kind of looking for. 30, $40 in profit. If I can build up 30, $40 in profit, then once I do that, then I have basically my green light in my system to scale up a notch, right? So build up 30, $40 in profit, I scale up a notch, right? Once I do that, if I lose on that scale up, I go right back to square one. So it's break even. So it's still a break even day. Instead of having a big drawdown from a large size swing, it's a break even day. If I win, then I've got even more of a cushion that I can swing into. And my accuracy rate being 70%, eventually I'm going to get 2 or 3 big swings in a row and make a few $100s at least once or twice a week, hopefully. And that way it'll make it to where when I'm losing small and I'm making money on 70% of the days, basically, right? So when I'm losing small, but when I'm winning big. And that's so far what the system has been doing. And so far it's been going great with that. But who knows if it'll continue? And I'll update you guys as that process goes. Um, Again, the other thing is after putting in 6+ months of this, should I try to, there's a few options. I could try to get funding. I could try to do a lot of different things and try to trade larger, or I could just simply just keep scaling up my size and see if we can. Let me know what you guys think I should do. It should be coming out anytime. With 600,000, they should give you 4-1, Joshua. So 2.4 mil is roughly what they should give you. I don't know what they can account that big though. My account's not anywhere near that size. I've got about 120,000 in buying power. So I don't have millions in buying power, but we got enough. Um, can you share a link to your TOS setup, like your bottom charts layout? Yeah, I got you, man. Uh, here you go. Yeah, we don't know when the earnings are coming out. There's my TOS layout if you want it. It's right there. Yeah, I don't know when the earnings are coming out. Hey, what's up, Angel? I appreciate all the support, bro. I see you sharing my stuff, dude. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, bro. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm on a good path. I'm not about to change my system anytime, Angel. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not crazy. I get people telling me all the time, "Hey, bro, you should do this, you should do that." I'm like, "Bro, I'm running over 70% accuracy consistently in the market. Like, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I might scale up my size with it, but I'm not changing my strategies whatsoever or my risk systems. I understand they work. And, like I said, I am that 10%. And so I'd be crazy to change it when most people aren't, unfortunately, to say. Not saying it's any of you guys, but like I'm staying with what I'm doing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I believe it, Daniel. And yeah, shout out to Pawn. We ended up I think next time, Pawn, instead of doing our own show, we're just gonna keep the stream going and let you kind of take over the stream if that makes sense. Just to get you some more views, I think. So the call isn't going to be until late tonight, like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. maybe. You know. Let me know what you guys prefer. You like the clean background, or do you want me to like zoom in like this and kind of, put the chart a little bit bigger? Pawn had his own stream spec. I can still find the link. It's not privated. It's just unlisted. Um, yeah, Pawn had his own stream. It's right here if you want to check it. All right, so NIO is sitting at 2186 right now. We're still waiting for the actual official numbers to drop. Um, Nothing out yet. Just kind of hanging out, waiting for the NIO numbers to come out. And I'll update you guys whenever we can. Hey, what's up, Kent? Well, hey, bro, hit that subscribe button, man. That's why we're doing these earning streams. I got a little surge in NIO up to 2190s, guys. Testing 22 right now. No, NIO call is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, right? Let me see earnings whisper. It's got to be sometime as the market is open, and so yeah, they say they're gonna drop at 4:30 Eastern, so in about 17 minutes is when it's supposed to drop. Yeah, that's Pawn Spec. He changed his name. I don't know, AJ. They're supposed to drop at 4:30. And so we're just kind of waiting. You can see the SPY on the right. We can make NIO a little bit bigger here on the left. And again, I'll say it again. I think NIO is the strongest EV company, with the exception of Tesla. So outside of Tesla, I think NIO is the strongest. And I've watched NIO. I've been day trading the market every day for years. I've watched NIO go from like a penny stock to where it's at now. I've seen NIO go from like it used to chill at like $3 or $4 a share. Um, it started to really rip in about 2020, and before. And so, $15 seems like a big level. We recently popped over 20. That seems interesting too. So, we got this low here at roughly 2060s. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Willers. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, if you're scalping like me, Willers, and you're learning from me, one of the big parts of the system, brother, is just not having big drawdowns. That's why I built the risk management system, and I haven't been doing anything else on my account because, um, yeah, because it's really easy for profitable traders to have big drawdowns from lack of discipline. If you stare at charts, one of the reasons I close it down is because if I sit there and stare at charts all day, I'll trade. Um, you know, let's see what the poll says. Poll saying 76% of you are bullish on NIO. Yeah, NIO hasn't done anything since the close. It's basically flat. We got the top range of pre-market here at 22. We got the low range at 2180. And so we're basically flat. We got the previous closing price chopped right through the middle, slightly green, but basically flat. Yep. Generally a good sign, Monica. Hey, good luck, Skinny. Still waiting for these numbers to drop. Nothing yet. Looking at NIO. NIO currently has about 1.7 bill or 1.67 billion outstanding shares. I don't know what the float is. Less than 10% short float, which is good. Sideways. Waiting for the earnings to drop in about 14 minutes, I think. Do I have a personal 1-year price target? Now, I'm going to preface anything I'm going to say in terms of like price targets with I have no idea what NIO is going to do. No idea. Not an investment professional. I don't claim to be an expert or anything like that. Can I guarantee it's going to do anything? I might just be wildly wrong with this. But for the next year, you know, I would like to see NIO get up to like 45, maybe, like right around 45, I think would be strong. Um, it depends on a lot of different nuances. And so we'll have to wait and see, but 45 seems like a nice little number to watch. Bro, somebody's dog is in my yard. Hold on, guys. Somebody's dog is in my yard. I'll be right back. Uh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Spac, 100%, brother. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. Somebody's dog's in my yard. It looks like an Australian Shepherd. Beautiful dog. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, it was our neighbor's dog. It was an Australian Shepherd. Interesting. But I'm back. My bad, peoples. Still waiting on NIO. I was worried the NIO numbers would drop while I was gone. I was gonna be like, damn. All right, so Skinny, I'm gonna do my best to dedicate this stream while we wait to helping you, sir. He says, I'm a new trader. Anyone got any suggestions on how I can just run up my balance a little bit to make more trades? Okay, so we need this is a loaded question, brother. So we're gonna need some more. All right, so NIO is ripping. Sorry, bro, you might have just missed. I might have got back a little bit late. It looks like the numbers are out. I'm assuming the NIO numbers are out with this latest rip because Australian Shepherds. Look up Australian Shepherd. They're very distinct dogs. NIO rip it up, rip it up. Huge rip, huge spike up to 22.27s. NIO absolutely surging here. This looks like a little bit of pre-action. Somebody got the earnings release a little bit early. Shout out the Bloomberg terminal. You know, that's what I'm just gonna assume it's Bloomberg terminal over there with their price. Uh, yeah. Why? Look up look up an Aussie Shepherd. Very distinct dogs. Huge rips. Huge rips. Huge move for earnings. Looks like the earnings were positive. We're waiting. We're going to report them as soon as they show up. We're checking both Benzinga and Thinkorswim, and nothing is showing up yet. Huge rip for NIO, up to 22.5 million, or $22.5 a share. Nothing yet, but I'm assuming the earnings are out. Sorry, Skinny. I say I'm gonna help you out, brother, if I can, man. How big is your account now? What's your trading style, and what are your goals and risk tolerances? My answer is gonna, depend on those few things. And how do I not have no numbers that are out yet? All right, guys. Still waiting on these numbers here. I'm assuming they're positive because, well, the thing's freaking ripping up here. And it's not just me, like nobody else is showing these numbers either. Um, NIO just surging up here, surging up, big moves up to $23 basically, pulling back a little bit just under that. Why is NIO mooning after hours? Was pre-numbers. Okay, so nobody has the numbers yet. Somebody front learning earnings. Yeah, I don't think it's front running. It could be, but I mean, if you got to think about the whole size of the float for NIO. NIO's got a ridiculous float. I mean, not a ridiculous. It's just in the billions, and so nobody's really going to be nobody's really going to be able to make any type of sizable influence on this. And so let me know what you think is happening. We're still waiting for the numbers. I'm checking everywhere. I haven't seen the numbers. Well, the earnings call is at 9 p.m., Corey, but the actual earnings are supposed to drop at 4:30, which is in 6 minutes. And NIO surging, pulling back now. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. So NIO surging, nothing out yet. Yeah, surge is big. This is a big surge. Just to put this into perspective here in terms of like volume right now. So we got 80,000 plus. Basically, we'll call this 300. So that's 380,000 plus 200,000. So that's about 500 and, 80,000. They got about 176. So that's about 700,000, 800,000, about 850,000. So a little bit under a million shares during this entire big push here were traded. A little bit under a million, not quite a million in terms of, actual shares traded. Now, the actual capitalization of those shares is going to be noticeably higher, of course, but it's going to be millions of dollars. Last time the results came out at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Well, they were reported to come out at 4:30 is when they were supposed to come out at 4:30 Eastern. So in 5 minutes, and we'll see. We'll wait. I mean, listen, we got 360 people here, so we're chilling right now. We'll wait. If it's in an hour, it's in an hour. But I see it surging right now. So we're just kind of hanging out, waiting. Yeah, possibly true. Yeah, so skinny right now. I'm more of a price action trader. I'm at 1,000 right now. Okay. All right. So skinny, here's the reality of it, brother. If you really want to make money, bro. All right, $1,000 ain't much, dude. And so if I had $1,000, I would probably swing trade because swing trading, you're gonna have more scalability than you are gonna be in day trading with $1,000. $1,000. In order to get any type of real leverage, you'd have to go overseas or you'd have to trade penny stocks, which are inherently more risky and just most people lose money with them. And so if I had $1,000, I would either go with options, swing trading options, or you could also try day trading options. It's going to be inherently more risky though. But again, it depends on your risk tolerance. If you're okay with kind of like losing that money, then you can go a little bit harder and try to make 100% or whatever. And you might lose it, but you got a solid chance of building up a larger stack. If you have a lower risk tolerance to where you're not really down with losing that money, then you're going to have to just like I said, swing trade it with small share size, or you could day trade it with small share size. The number one thing you want to understand is that you want to trade small in those situations. With $1,000, you should be buying 10 shares or less, generally of anything over $20, and just taking it slow. Well, trading is gambling, Tyler. I mean, I guess it's a speculative pop KD. I don't know. The earnings actually aren't out yet. Yeah, Senate passed a bill on cannabis, which is studying it, but they also have the Senate floor. The federal legalization bill is actually scheduled for like a week or two from now, or something like that. So uh, hopefully they post it or they approve it. Yeah, no numbers are out for NIO yet. Checking multiple different sources, no numbers are out for NIO yet. So we're just waiting. We're waiting. They say some whales are betting on NIO though. So they do said a lot of like big time traders are putting some money in NIO. So we're reading an article from Benzinga uh, that said it appears that whales have been targeting a price range of $10 to $40 for NIO over the last 3 months. Um, Option activity. What is the blue numbers here? Call volume has gone up dramatically in March. Call open interest has gone up as well, where we slumped in February for NIO. Um, and so people are bullish on it. We'll see. Vote on the poll right now. Let me know what you think. TLRY go. Yeah, cannabis stocks are going crazy after that federal cannabis legalization bill potential going through. And honestly, it's time. It's people will say, "Oh, we shouldn't legalize another drug on the streets," but it's like, bro, it's not about that. It's about having an even standard of legalized things in this country. If we're gonna sell liquor at gas stations, an objectively more dangerous substance, and it's legal at gas stations, at least in some parts of the country, then an objectively less harmful thing in cannabis should be legalized and regulated as well. It's actually going to be better for everybody. Anything that people are regularly going to use and consume, regardless of the legality, should be legalized. Because if not, you're creating off markets. You're creating underground markets where there's no regulation. And it's more dangerous for people. It's the reason it's a gateway drug. The reason it's a gateway drug is because you have to go to an illegal drug dealer to buy it. And eventually that illegal drug dealer is going to be like, yo, you want to try this stuff too? And stupid kids are going to be stupid kids. That's why it's a gateway drug. You don't want it to be a gateway drug, legalize it. They wouldn't be offering them other stuff when they went to get it. Uh, but nobody wants to hear that, especially the big pharmaceutical companies. NIO pulling back. We're testing these previous highs of the day. We'll see what happens there. Uh, Yeah, somebody got in early always. Somebody knows something always learning. Um, and we'll see what we get. But somebody knows something with NIO because NIO is ripping up. I'm drinking the stevia cola. It's not real soda. Still no numbers out, man. I'm waiting for the numbers, but nothing yet. Testing highs up there though, so it looks strong. I mean, this is a bullish move. We can look at the trend line here for NIO and kind of see the trend line here. It looks strong, but the numbers actually aren't out yet. I'm checking aggressively both sources and nothing yet. Seriously, it's time to legalize. Like they need to throw me up in Congress and let me talk to them. I'll debate with them, and then they need to legalize it. All right, so NIO up there at 22s. Like I said, we have the trend line here. Strong movement. SPY is also ripping up though. So here's the other thing: is that the market itself is pushing up slightly, not as much as NIO, obviously, but the market itself is also pushing up as well. Um, what's the symbol, Jay? I'm checking Benzinga. I'm checking TOS. Waiting for the earnings report. It's supposed to be dropping right now. Is when it's supposed to come out. Um, but still nothing yet. Just kind of hanging out, waiting. SE. Well, we can take a glance at it. Oh, it's had a pretty rough year, man. I'll tell you that. It's down what, like 75% over the last year? Really, over the last since October, it's down 75 roughly. I don't know if my math is right. It looks like it's about 75. No, never mind. It's not quite that much. It looks like about 60%. But still big drop. So I mean, it depends on what the company is. I don't know much about SE, so I can't really tell you. Usually in these situations, I would analyze whether I think the company is going to succeed long term, and then use that to judge the probabilities of a rebound, considering if it's oversold or extended on the downside at this point in time with a big drop like this. But again, I don't know enough about SE Limited. I'm looking it up now. Depends on the sector. Is this a digital entertainment e-commerce company? Yeah, it's not my wheelhouse, brother. I don't want to tell you about stuff I don't know. And so I really don't know about SE. Like I said, if you think it's going to be the question you need to ask yourself with stocks like this with SE is, will this company be around in 10 years? If you think it is and you think it's cheap relative to that, then it could be a buy. If there's vulnerabilities in terms of obsolescence, like a company becoming obsolete, then I don't even know if that's a word. If that is a word, man, I'm just sounding really smart in here. But the point is, you need to analyze whether this company is going to be around, what the vulnerabilities are long term. And if you think that it's going to be around in 10 years or 5 years or whatever, then you could consider a dip buy here, considering how much it's dropped. But again, I don't know enough about this company to really say yes or no here. And I try to be as honest as I can about that type of stuff. How big of a push do we need to trigger a squeeze? And what stock, David? In NIO? Well, with that, it's going to depend on what the short float is and what the actual float is for NIO. So I mean, we could look at the NIO numbers here. Still no numbers out, which is unfortunate because I thought it would be at 430. Right now, big float for NIO, so a lot of shares in the float, billions. Short float is about what, 10%? Let me check the float of what's the float? Somebody tell me the float of NIO. I know it's in the billions, but okay, float is 1.2 billion, 1.3, 1.4 billion. Um, and so if the short float is 78 million, um, then the short float's not very high. It's 5%, 5-6%. Um, and so, you know, that's not crazy high short float. I don't know if this is going to be necessarily a short squeeze candidate. I mean, it has some shorts in there that could get squeezed out. But the short float's not ridiculously high like you would want it to be if you're looking for a short squeeze. 5% short float's not super, crazy high in terms of like short squeeze potential. Especially with over a billion in the float. So which is okay. Everything doesn't have to be a short squeeze. In terms of like EV, I think NIO is very strong relative to most of the other companies aside from Tesla. I think NIO is definitely number two in that regard. Much stronger than most of the other most of the other EV companies like Rivian and stuff like that. I think NIO is obviously better because they're actually producing 9 p.m. Eastern. Well, it said 4:30. And so I'm not going to be streaming until 9:30, but we're waiting here, guys. We're waiting. I'll go until 5:30, but there's supposed to be sometime post bell. The earnings report is supposed to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. So the actual earnings report um is going to be at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock Eastern. But the actual earnings are supposed to come out earlier than that. All right, so yeah, the conference call is 9 p.m. And for NIO, according to Nasdaq.com, it's supposed to just come out after market close today, which is sometime, hopefully in the next hour. For it. Right now, we're getting a little triangle flag pad. Really, it's a flag. I mean, it depends. The only difference between a flag and a triangle is whether it has a pole here. And I guess you could consider this a pole. And so, we got a little flag pattern here. Just remember, these can break on both sides, though. So this could break on the upside or the downside. All a flag is just like a squeeze together of support or resistance until it breaks on one side or the other. So we do have that little pattern there for NIO, though. It doesn't look bad. potentially sleepy fishing bear. So actually, this bull run is by some impatient runners, maybe, or somebody might know something. I'm not, you know, I don't know. I'm speculating. Somebody could know some inside information. They could be jumping in early. They could be a whale that got some inside stuff. I don't know. We're just kind of looking at it. Somebody was bullish pre earnings though. Yeah, the actual earnings call is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, right? But the way for all of those that don't understand or haven't, I'm not going to say you don't understand, but for those that haven't experienced a lot of earnings and earnings reports, generally the way it goes, the procedure with these is that after the bell, earnings are going to come out. Generally, they're going to be, sometime in the first hour after the closing bell, right? So that's when the earnings are going to drop, not the earnings report, or the earnings report is going to drop sometime after an hour, sometime within an hour after the opening bell or after the closing bell. And then usually at like 5:30, they have the earnings call. But there's a difference between the earnings report, which is just the data, and then the earnings call, which is the actual call where you'll talk to the executives and they'll do the Q&A and all that stuff. What's up, Bobby?
How's it going, John?
And so yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. Like, and so my point is that the earnings call is scheduled for 9 o'clock uh, this evening or tonight, but the actual earnings report should be dropping sometime. I'm hoping it drops sometime. Usually it drops sometime in the first hour after the close, which we're 40 minutes after the close. Hopefully we get, it drops sometime soon. This guy was early. Honestly, yeah, whoever made this big move is early. So we actually ended green today, Bobby. We did end green, bro.
Nice.
Yeah. Came back. We made about $60 in power hour as the SPY was just ripping up and going crazy. We just bought some dips and, so far we're green on the week with that. SPY pushing up too, though. So, I mean, NIO could be influenced. So we're breaking on the downside. NIO could be influenced by the SPY moving up as well. So, I don't know. Nothing out yet. Here's the thing. The weird thing about earnings reports is that you never really know when they're dropping. Well, somebody didn't buy millions of shares. Deej. You can see how many shares were bought. Like on this initial run up, this was about a little bit under 300,000 or a little bit under 400,000 shares. Right? So somebody bought about 400K shares, on that run up. If you want to see how much that's going to be, let's use an average of 2250. So somebody spent roughly what is that? 9 million? Let me do it again. Yeah, 9 million. So yeah, somebody bought $9 million worth of shares on this initial run up, and now we're just kind of sitting here. Who knows if they got in early or what? Bobby, if you're there, I don't know if you meant to leave the stream, but you did. Just giving you a heads up. There you go.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I didn't know if you meant to leave the stream. I saw you sitting in the waiting room. I was like, I might as well tell him if he didn't mean to.
Something went wrong. I was gonna say over 630 people here, guys. How's it going? To anyone new, let's see it in chat.
That's right.
Who's new here?
Oh, we got a bunch of new people. I don't recognize any of these.
640. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, guys, if you don't know what we do here, we're beginner trading. We give away everything for free. There is nothing that we sell. Free courses, strategies for stocks, options, cryptos, and Forex. A lot of really cool stuff. Johnson, the cool part about John, if you guys don't know, is he live trades a $30,000 account every single day from like 6:30 a.m. all the way until like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
That's right. Yeah, we stream every day. We trade $120,000 in buying power. And again, my main goal here and like the reason I created this channel is so people could have free day trading, swing trading, and investing content. Like I don't charge a penny for anything. Give everything away for free. I don't even claim to be an expert. Maybe I suck, and I'm sure we got a few people that think that. But I am green. I am in that 10% of traders that are green this year in day trading. And I upload my stats live every single day. And yeah, we make money. We scalp. I don't trade huge, but we trade a decent sized account. And if you want to hang out with us, come chill in the morning, guys. We do this live every single day. We cover the opening bell. Yeah, we got a bunch of people. Yeah.
I'm someone who is actually new to trading. About a year ago, I started paper trading. I actually followed beginner trades along. And just about a month ago, I actually came on as the channel manager. And Since then, I've been really, really learning from John. Since I've had time to talk with him off stream and everything, and now I'm a profitable trader, guys. And it's not. There's no
Yeah.
magic. There's no paid course. There's no. It's just follow the strategies,
That's right.
apply the lessons, learn from the failures, keep trying, and eventually you're gonna get into that 10%. And it's really crazy. It's really
Yeah.
fun. So to
Yeah.
everyone new here, great to have you guys. So happy you're
Yeah,
here.
for sure. We got a question. Somebody said, do I do this full time or what?" I mean, I run this community. I day trade. I also do freelance software development, mostly front end stuff. Bobby is a little bit better at software, but I do dabble in React Native, front end software development and programming. I'm also a real estate agent here in Texas. I run this YouTube channel, which certainly makes money, and I day trade. Huge nerd, big trading wimp.
Welcome to day trading.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a lot of techies in here. I will give it
Yeah,
that. It's a fun
100%.
chat for that. If you're into tech, this is definitely the group for you. We talk all that kind of cool stuff.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I like NIO. I think NIO is it's number 2 in terms of EV. I think it's definitely better than Rivian. I know Rivian's gotten a lot of hype over the last year, but I think Rivian has a lot to prove over NIO, which I think has already proved it. NIO is already in production. And NIO cars are really dope, and the China market is a huge market, bigger than the US. And so yeah, I believe in NIO. I've been watching NIO for years, since it was like a $1 stock. So, NIO is dope. I'm still waiting for these numbers to come out. We'll see what happens. Okay, so Seldom says, "What videos on your channel would be a good starting point to see what your strategy is all about?" So it depends on your experience level, right? So if you're brand new, just watch the first VWAP course. That's going to be the easiest one to watch. That's going to be something that you need to understand. Go watch the course. Go watch videos like understanding gaps, calculating risk reward, understanding VWAP and related strategies. All that good stuff, right? If you understand how to use the VWAP, then you can move up to the latest course, which is mostly a little bit more advanced strategies that I use regularly, like the strategies I use to grow my account and all that good stuff. Also,
Quick question.
What's up?
Is anyone here from Twitter? Just quick question. Sorry, John.
No, all good. Yeah, we also I got the contract finally from who, Bobby, too. So that's gonna start Monday of next week, and that'll be fun.
Super excited about that.
Yeah, man.
You guys are into some cool stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, how about Madas, man? Madas came out saying he lost 120K on GameStop. Let me see. And everybody's giving Madas a little hate, and I hate on the gurus too sometimes. But at least he's being honest about his stuff. He said he lost 125K on GameStop, shorting GameStop, and so it is what it is. Hey, and I appreciate all you guys. So shout out to whoever posted my stream in the NIO Reddit. Yeah, for sure, Pawn. Do you think cannabis run will continue into tomorrow? So that's a little bit different. That's a little bit of a loaded question. Here's NIO. First off, let's look at some of the support. We've already broken out of this triangle that we drew here. So I'm going to be looking at some support levels short term of NIO. We got this one right around 2240. We've got 2250 right here as well. I'm looking at those two support levels. And we'll see what happens on those fronts. Still checking everything to see if the numbers have come out for NIO, but nothing yet. But it does just say fourth quarter earnings announcement confirmed after market close. Doesn't say when though, but it's supposed to be sometime today. And we might be waiting another 45 minutes until 5:30. That's plausible. I want earnings now. Where's Willy Wonka at? I mean, there's that possibility. So regarding cannabis, okay. So we get a lot of people asking about cannabis stocks. right now there's two things that happened recently for cannabis companies and cannabis stocks that we should be paying attention to. The first one is that the Senate just passed a bill that is a cannabis research bill. The other thing is that the House of Reps plans to vote on a bill to federally legalize cannabis for the second time in history next week. It's going to be the MORE Act, and I hope it passes. It's time to pass. But that's going to be sometime next week. We'll have to get a little bit more data behind it. But specifically speaking on stocks, there's two considerations that you want to have with cannabis companies, right? We could look at like TLRY in this instance. Huge rips for TLRY. How much of this is going to hold over the next week? And if the bill passes, which is a gamble, historically, all right, we got a big candlestick here. So I'm going to check the NIO earnings to make sure nothing just came out. Nope, nothing yet. Big move for NIO. But
so we got people in here from the Netherlands, from China.
Nice.
I don't know how to
sure.
say hello in Chinese. I don't know if the Netherlands have another language in English. Probably should learn all of this.
Netherlands is French. Generally, French and English. Right? For Netherlands, I believe it's French and English.
Hello from Scotland?
Oh, it's Dutch. Hello. They speak Dutch. My apologies.
Well, I do not know how to say hello in Dutch, but
yeah, they say Frisian is very close to English. My apologies. I thought it was French, but I don't know. Anyways, there's two considerations with cannabis stocks, right? Number one is that how much of this is front loaded on here? Basically, how many people are already baked into this move, and will this big move hold? If the bill passes, all cannabis stocks are going to fly. And so if you're going to be betting on cannabis stocks, that's what you're ultimately betting on, is if the bill passes. If the bill passes, that's huge for all cannabis companies. There's going to be massive expansions across the entire sector, and a large majority of cannabis stocks, including SNDL, are going to just probably rip up. Now, again, considering that, if the bill doesn't pass, much of these gains are going to be moot, and it's going to completely correct all the way back down. And so that is the gamble of cannabis stocks right now. The other consideration is, even if the bill does pass, some of this move might already be baked in. Like, some traders might already be baked in anticipating the passing of that bill. And so with that said, even if the bill does pass, there's also a small percentage chance that we don't rip up huge. And so those are some considerations in cannabis. And let me know what you guys think. As always, I'm just speculating on it, pure subjective opinion. Let me know what you guys think. From Chile, nice. Yeah, we're rooting for NIO too. Belgium is French. Dutch, yeah, for sure.
Ni hao? Yeah. Now I remember. You're right. Yeah.
Everybody's yelling at me for saying French. My apologies, guys. I'm a Louisianian, so Cajun is French, and so maybe I just had French in my head. No matter what happens, long term is the key. Yeah, I mean, cannabis will eventually be legalized. Like I said, anything that is this heavily used, like nationwide, it's inevitable that it's going to be legalized eventually. The question is when, and I hope it's now. I don't have anything morally against cannabis, but we'll see what happens. Who knows what politics is, a iffy, fickle thing, and we'll see what we get. From Yorkshire, UK, nice. Strimbu. Got some ancient ancestors over there. My last name is London, just to put it into perspective. My last name is London, so my wife's name is Carol too. So we're Carol and John London. We sound like the most English couple ever in the world.
Do you have your tea and crumpets?
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Fish and chips, man.
I believe Swedish.
Yeah. I thought you said weed was a gateway drug. I said, no, that's not what I said. What I said was that people complain that cannabis is a gateway drug. But the only reason it's a gateway drug is because you have to go to an illegal drug dealer to buy it. Right? And so what's going to happen eventually if you go to an illegal drug dealer to buy it? Eventually that guy's going to be like, yo, you want to try this stuff too? That is why it's a gateway drug. If it was legally if it was legal and regulated, you wouldn't have that issue. It wouldn't be a gateway drug, you know. Um, anyways, I don't feel like arguing about cannabis. I believe it should be legalized, but it can get political fast in here, so I'd rather just
uh,
we'll just stay away from that. Um,
I'm glad you said something. I was about to put my opinion on that in there.
yeah, yeah. I'd rather just not even go into the political.
It's gonna be Cheese and Chong podcast about turn
Yeah,
into
for sure. Which is okay. Hey, listen, if that's what we turn into, I'm for it. But
Whoa,
still,
man, and I
yeah,
have far out.
bro. I grew up in the Harold and Kumar era.
Right. All those movies are great.
Yeah. All right, but with that said, though, we'll see what cannabis stocks do. Long term, I think they're easy money. Long term. Now the other dynamic to cannabis stocks right now, as we're waiting for NIO earnings to come out, the other dynamic is that from federal legalization, is that going to open up more competition for the companies that are already out there? When it's federally legalized, is that going to open up too much competition for some of these companies, and it actually might have an adverse effect on the price? I don't know. It's all things to consider and speculate on. I don't think that's the case for most of them, and I think especially companies like Tilray or CGC, they'll be fine. But it is something to consider because the stock market is not a perfect market in terms of, good earnings are rewarded and bad earnings aren't.
No.
Yeah.
Always, that was exactly my point. But like we said, we're just gonna keep talking about NIO. Joe,
Yeah.
how you doing, though? Glad you're in here. You're too funny with that. But like Joe said, guys, hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, especially if you're enjoying the stream. It really helps us. And like we said before, everything is free, guys. Everything is free. Which website do you see earnings earlier? Here, I got you on that. It's there's a
Yeah.
NASDAQ website. Here it is right here.
Yeah. I mean, the argument, that's not even my main argument. I mean, I don't know if y'all are like, I might have to do push-ups if I argue too much here. But
Yeah. If John
it's a
keeps
good,
arguing, he's gonna do push-ups.
it's a good perspective. Like, the real argument is that it's about having an even standard of things that are legal. If we sell liquor at gas stations, an objectively less harmful thing in cannabis should be legalized. If we're talking about like an even standard, which the company should obviously and self-evidently have, that's the argument, really. But with that said, I'll talk about this all day if y'all get me to. So we're just
What are
gonna
your
talk
thoughts
about
on the
NIO.
metaverse tokens like Infinity and Mana?
I don't know. I was really bullish on those about 6 months ago regarding these, but I think that Facebook's crash is really bad for the metaverse, to be honest. Now, it doesn't mean Facebook was the only metaverse because that's not actually the case, but I think that Facebook was really pushing for the metaverse. And so the fact that they lost $10 billion pushing that space last year, I think is going to make other companies and people reconsider investing heavy amounts of money into them after, especially public companies, after they saw that. Now, at the same time, though, I think something like the metaverse is an inevitability. I think it'll eventually be there. And technology is going to improve to that level, obviously, eventually. But when you're betting on specific tokens or specific blockchain games like Mana, and there is certainly risk and vulnerabilities there. So I don't know. We'll see. Hey, what's up, SN? Hey, good to see you, bro. Hey,
Don't
nice,
tell them.
Kyle.
They won't need your stream. They won't need your streamer to cite if you give them it. Guys, it's an hashtag earnings. Now, I'm pretty sure a quick Google search was their next logical step.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, y'all can find them. We're really doing the reaction. Y'all can catch the earnings release. They're not out yet. I'm using Benzinga. You can find the Benzinga link and get a free trial to it in the description. You can also, I'm not going to be able to host the call either. And so if y'all want the actual link for like 9 p.m. tonight or whatever it is that the call is actually supposed to happen, I'll post that here too. If you guys want that, let me know, because I'm not going to be able to host the actual earnings call. That's going to be in like 5 hours. But the actual earnings should be dropping. I'm assuming it at 5 or 5:30. Hopefully, if it's not out at 5:30 or 5:45, we'll have to figure something else out. But yeah, still waiting on the numbers to drop. We did get a green candle here, so every big candle we're checking to see if the numbers are out, but still nothing yet. So we're waiting. Let me know what you think. Vote on the poll: bull or bear in NIO pre-earnings. Yeah, it's about to be 8. No, I showed my daughter the daddy chill thing yesterday, and my daughter and I laughed so much. Have you seen the daddy chill thing, Bobby?
No, I haven't.
No? Dude, look it up on YouTube real quick. Make sure you mute your thing, but it's so funny, bro.
I
It's so
don't think
funny.
I have audio going through.
Um,
I have a headset
Jack,
on. That's why.
yeah, all good. I would like to clarify that I voted bullish on NIO earnings results, but I have no clue what that looks like on the chart. I was bullish last earnings, which were very good, and the stock dumped. Yeah, I think the consideration that people need to have for earnings, and I think to touch a little bit more on this, I think that a lot of new traders specifically think that like they'll just wait for good earnings to happen and they'll buy the stock and it'll go up. And if it has bad earnings, they can short or sell and it'll go down. The stock market's not like that though. Sometimes a stock will have great earnings and tank. Sometimes a stock will have terrible earnings and rip up. And so it's not a perfect science. And the reason the market acts like that, like if you want to know why it's like that, the reason it's like that is because people are front loading into the earnings. So like if everybody thinks the earnings are going to be positive, they buy it not right before earnings, pushing the stock higher. They buy it a week before earnings. And so by the time the earnings actually come out, the move is already baked in, And so what happens is people start taking profit into it and that causes it to drop even though it has good earnings, if that makes sense, right? And so that's the other consideration to have with it. And if we look at NIO leading up to this, it has gone up over the last over the last week. It has gone up, dramatically, specifically about 80-90% here in the last week. And so that is a consideration to have for NIO because, people are going to be anticipating these earnings releases and, we'll see we'll see which way this one heads afterwards. Sorry. Trying to answer all the questions.
It's gonna be like
Miriam?
that. You got to get faster, John.
Hey, I know, bro. I need another monitor. I got 4 here. I need another one. NIO not looking great. I mean, NIO's, like I said, it's up like 80% in the last week.
There's always going to be a little bit of sell-offs and all that stuff. Plus, look at the candle right there at the closing. It stayed pretty consistent throughout the whole day. And then it gets a massive uplift. There's going to be a little bit of sell-off. All the people who are holding profit are holding in through the close, trying to see one reason or another if it goes up or not. They all just sold off when they saw that, right? So I wouldn't say it's doing bad. If anything, it's still over closing price. So it's doing pretty decent. I'm still pretty bullish on it.
Right. It's green, technically. It's technically green in after hours. Here's the previous closing price. We have a script that automatically documents the red to green level, the level at which it goes from red to green. And then you can see that light blue line right here. So if we go under this, we're technically red in after hours. And if we stay above this, we're technically green. And so that's the previous closing price right here. It's at 21.87 is where NIO closed right at the closing bell. As my daughter would say, this song's a vibe, This song's bussin'. What's the other slang, Bobby, you're younger than me. What's the slang here?
What's
bussin'?
The slang where? Oh, God.
Is this song a vibe? Is it bussin'? What's it?
There's music on?
Oh, y'all can't hear the music?
No.
Man, I'm over here bumping my head myself. I'm sorry, guys. Can y'all hear the music? Yes or no? Let's hear it.
Guys, am I just a boomer? Can I not hear the music?
Music's busting over here. It's a vibe.
You crazy kids.
No, y'all can't hear it.
Boop-bop music.
Here,
Back in my day.
Yeah. I had to
We
walk
used to
5
clank
miles
rocks
to the record
together.
store. Yeah. I had to walk
Back in
5
my
miles. 5 miles to the record store just to listen to music
uphills
in my
both
day.
ways.
In the snow, All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. Here's the song. Some of you guys know it. All right, now y'all should be able to hear the music. Still waiting for the earnings numbers to come out. I'm honestly kind of surprised they're not out yet. I thought they would be out by now. When I started the stream, I was like, okay, I don't have to host the earnings call. Big spike, big green candle in NIO, 2240s.
Fire's a little bit late. I'm not gonna hold you, Aldrin.
Yeah. Fire is what they're using, bro. I used fire in like 2005, bro.
Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Like my slang was like, "This is tight." Like that's a tight song.
Yeah,
like,
hello?
yeah, this is tight.
No, Aldrin. Yeah, he's right here.
Huh?
It's for you, bro. It's 2005. They want their slang back, Aldrin.
Oh, damn, dude. Got him, you know? Honestly, that is my slang, bro. Slang in 2005 was like, this is tight, you know? That's about the only slang I can think of. This is tight. That's fire, you know?
Looks like manipulation. I'm curious. Why do you say that?
No limit use fire. Master P? Winter earnings. I thought they would be out by now. It doesn't. They're kind of vague. They just say post bell. Post closing bell is when earnings are out. So it's after the bell. We're waiting for them. Looks like manipulation. The CEO bought $60 million worth of stock on January 27th. I think I'll follow the CEO that buys more stock in his company and doesn't sell it like other CEOs. He knows what's coming. Moon. Plausible, logical thinking, sir. Like I said, I can't say it's going to go up, but makes sense. If the own CEO is buying more shares of his own company, then that's generally a pretty bullish sign, as opposed to some CEOs that are selling shares. AMC. So we got. Why don't you guys use order flow market profile? You can see how many are buying or selling with just a candle.
Isn't that just level 2?
Yeah,
level 2 data.
I could use level 2 data. I just think level 2 data is so highly manipulated that it tricks new traders into thinking that it's more valuable than it actually is. I'll use the level 2 to judge what the spread is, all that good stuff. But am I going to use the level 2 to dictate exactly where I enter or exit positions? No, because the level 2 is highly manipulated. Whales can throw huge orders up on the level 2 and make people think that big washouts are coming. Now, I will say that you can kind of get into a flow state of the market watching the level 2, but it shouldn't be the only thing you use. And it's very difficult to use, and it's not the most reliable thing. Time and sales is a little bit more valid because those are actually filled orders. And so the time and sales is actual orders being filled in the book, as opposed to the level 2, which are just potential orders, if that makes sense. Now, can y'all see the music? Right, musica. You see me, man. That's what I'm saying. The song's a vibe in here, as the young people say. My daughter hates it, bro. I'll use as much modern slang as I can with her just to kind of troll her a little bit.
I think one of the funniest things I've ever seen, if you guys know the game Fortnite, there's this streamer called Benji Fishy.
What's Fortnite, bro? What's Fortnite?
What's
dude?
Fortnite? No, oh my. Alrighty, well, his mom plays. He's a pro player. His mom plays, right? And they were playing together. She was trying to use the slang and all that, and it was just really funny hearing that. And he's just sitting there like, this is awkward.
Yeah. I mean, listen, let him be cool,
We don't see what we hear. I promise, if you drink 5 cups of coffee, you will change that opinion.
Right.
You will hear colors.
Yeah, for sure. If you don't know order flow, that's a huge disadvantage. Yikes. I mean, Chris, listen, bro. I'll say this, okay? In the end, if you can make something work, you can make something work. Mature traders are going to understand that everybody's not like them, and that people are going to find edge in different things based off of their own, personality, their own environmental experiences and personality, right? And so with that, I don't necessarily trade off the order flow or the level 2. Usually people overseas reference the order book. Generally, they can be either referring to the level 2 or the time and sales, one of those. But in the end, again, if you know the level 2, it can be highly manipulated. And it's one of those things where, every trader's different. You got to trade like you trade. And, you can't really say, hey, you're trading wrong if you don't use this or if you don't use that. That's not necessarily true. Generally, people that have been around the market long enough understand that people are just different. Certain people are going to be able to have more patience, more discipline, less
Everyone's got their own tools too. You know what I mean? Hey, John,
Exactly.
Speaking of that, and speaking of good graphics cards, have you seen NVIDIA and all that today?
Yeah, NVIDIA is pretty solid. I like NVIDIA long term. I covered the NVIDIA earnings call a while back, and it was okay. It reacted okay to it.
Since we're talking killing time, our NFT's a fad. I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say yes, they are, but I don't think they're fat as in they're going anywhere, but you can still screenshot it digitally and reuse it. The only thing is you own the rights to like the uniqueness of it online or something.
Yeah, for sure. And Chris said, I respect that. You don't need it, but I really recommend it for long term. Well, which one are you referring to? The level 2 or the time and sales? My trading tactic is do the opposite of everyone. Honestly, this is actually a funny story though. It's actually a really funny story. Is that I think every trader in the beginning, especially when they're losing a lot, they ask themselves, hey, well, if I'm losing 80% of the time, why don't I just do the exact opposite of what I'm thinking? And so if I'm thinking, hey, I should buy it here, I'll just sell. And if I think I should sell it here, I'll just buy it there, right? And that actually is kind of what started me to be profitable. Funny enough, right? I used to buy stocks at highs of the days, right? I would buy stocks at highs of the days and I would get faked out. The stock would push up, it would break highs, I would buy it, and then just dun, huge, massive drops, and I would just lose money, a bunch of money. And I would keep trading high of the day breakouts until I had that thought process. I said, hey, buying these high of the days isn't working. Why don't I just do the opposite? Why don't I not buy it at the high of the day? And why don't I buy it when it pulls back from the high of the day level? And that was actually very profitable once I refined it. And, it turns out that high of the day breakouts can be very sketchy and fake you out a lot. And that thought process kind of helped me be profitable. I see the earnings call. Well, the earnings call is going to be coming out later tonight. But the actual earnings are probably going to be released earlier than that, I think. Still waiting on the numbers. I'm assuming it's going to be 4:30 or 5:30 market time. Also, guys, while we got everybody here, y'all go give me a follow on Twitter. I'm going to ask the question. Are you bullish on NIO earnings? And then let me know. I'll post this. Follow me on Twitter. I just asked that question on Twitter. I'll post it here in the chat. And y'all go follow me. Answer this question on Twitter. Follow me. Question is, are you bullish on NIO earnings? Let me know. There's the question. We posted it in chat right here. So you can go give me a follow on Twitter. Help support your boy here, and I appreciate it. I did NIO beat. We're waiting for him to drop. Sophia.
You're a bull, Eli Remy? Yeah, so am I.
I'm a bull too. Nice, Eli. Hey, well, good luck, brother. NVIDIA and Lucid, what do you think? Yeah, I think Lucid's interesting. The problem with Lucid is that it's pre-production. Like, they haven't made anything yet. We did cover the earnings for Lucid, or maybe it was Rivian. But the Rivian earnings call was a disaster. NIO, I'm definitely more bullish than both of those because they're post-production. They're already making cars and selling them, as opposed to most of the other EVs outside of Tesla that are not.
Yeah, that
Nio?
is the one.
I don't know. Nio kind of sounds matrixy. Is that how you pronounce it, though? Is it Nio? It's not NIO, I'm assuming. You're right.
We're just used to calling out stock ticker symbols.
Yeah, I'm used to just saying the letters is what I'm used to. Like, sometimes I'll pronounce the whole thing like SPCE. I'll say space or something like that. Yeah. MULN. MULN is an EV play that is really early, and MULN is one of those stocks that Redditors got behind, and that's fine. It's pushing up. I think it has a really high short float, and so it does have some short squeeze potential. And if you look at it over the last few weeks, it's been pretty strong. It's gone up, almost 200% since then. So pretty big movement.
Eric has a point. I don't know if that's how you say it, but do you say TSLA? No, you say Tesla.
Right,
now we're gonna do it.
Nio.
Can't tell me what to do. This is dang America. It's my freedom.
Yeah. Hey, is it Nio or
Nio?
Or Nio? Which one? 1 or 2? 1 for Nio, 2 for Nio. NIO bears. Yeah, I mean, NIO's got a short float of about 5%, so it's not a crazy high short float. I don't think it's a big short squeeze candidate. I think it's more so
Nio. Awesome. You guys are the best.
Okay, so it's Nio. Yeah, thank you guys. I genuinely wanted to know, so I would know next time. I got you. Listen, I got you. I'll never say NIO again. But let's watch NIO and see what happens. And see. MULN going to 5. We'll see. Yeah, I got you guys. Spy push it up too. Spy's has some really nice comebacks here, over 450 as well. That might be influencing Nio here. Oh. GGPI? 10 push-ups every time I spell Nio out. 10 push-ups. The earnings are probably, I'm assuming they're going to drop in about 17 minutes at 5:30 for the earnings release. The actual earnings call is going to be at 8 or 9 p.m. So, waiting. What was it? GGPI? I think GGPI is interesting in terms of just the chart itself. Now, I think if we're looking at some support levels, $11 seems really big and interesting. We're at about 1150s right now. So, you know, in terms of like technicals, I think GGPI looks interesting. I don't know anything about the company whatsoever, but I think that looks interesting. Technicals.
600 people watching, guys. Make sure to give the stream a like if you're enjoying it. Really does help us grow, helps more people find it. We're all about helping new traders, protecting new traders. That's why we give away everything for free. It's why you see us stop and talk about certain things like talking about, you know, everyone uses their own tools and all that fun stuff.
That's right.
You want to help us out like we're helping you guys out. Leave a like, leave a subscribe to all the people who just voted on that Twitter poll. Thanks so much. It really does help.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys. Bull. Yeah, we got a lot of responses there, so thank you guys. Appreciate it. Y'all give me a follow. Hit the follow button. Don't respond to the question without following your boy here.
Wait, so it's Nio or it's Nio? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Nio.
it's
You are the
Matrix.
chosen one, John.
Yeah,
Are you taking the red pill or the blue pill?
I'm
The
taking
red
both,
pill.
you know.
Every stock you buy turns to green immediately
Okay.
and rockets. I don't even know where I'm going.
What's
with
the blue
joke.
pill?
I don't know.
Every stock goes to 0, you know?
I need better. Hold on. I got this.
Crescentio, he says, why not invest in the USA Stock Exchange daily trade? Once I go up by 30% in a day, I'm good. For 5 days, that's awesome. Yeah. But, like, do you know how difficult it is to make 30% in your account every day for 5 days? You know, it sounds easy, you know, but, like, making 30% a day is incredibly difficult, bro. Making 5% a day is hard. It's easier the smaller the account you have, but if you've got like a 30,000 plus account, you know, that basically, you know, you're going to be making a lot of, you're going to have to make freaking $10,000 a day just to make 33%. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot.
That's easy though. Easy money.
Yeah, you know, easy money, bro. I think
we
swing
do
trading,
here.
you're going to have a better shot, but day trading is, you're going to have to take some risk to do that. And with risk becomes account losses. So yeah, I don't know. I really hope some whale bought up Nio because they know of insane news. If we run to 30 tomorrow, I'm set. Hey, well, good luck, brother. I hope you make some money, dude. Wise up and stop gambling your money. Yeah, for sure. I mean, 30% a day is, you know, that's gambling. I mean, like I said, I trade very small, but I trade a $30,000 account because, you know, the larger you trade, the more risk that comes with it. CFD. You think I'm trading CFDs? Please think I do. If you do, I can prove it so easily that I'm not. You know, it'd actually be incredibly easy to show you that I'm not. If you stick to the strategy and ignore the psychology involved, technically you can. Well, you could. It's possible. Is it likely? No. Is it easy? No. Is it incredibly risky and you'll probably lose your account, you know, a pretty decent percentage of the time? Probably. You know, so it's like, just be careful, guys. That's all I'm saying. Just trade small, trade slow. trading's not get rich quick scheme. It's just not, and it just takes a long time to do well. And the traders that survive and end up making money long term are traders that trade small relative to their account size. It might not be the most fun thing, but it's the right thing.
Oh, that's a good question. Chris K, what are you guys saying? It's good to be friends with a market maker. You can trade, you can insider trade, but you have a 30% chance of getting caught every time you do it, right? And if you do, all your money's gone and you can't trade anymore. But if you can red pill it, every stock you buy goes up 50%, but a capital gains tax. Oh, well, that's an easy red pill. I'm not going to hold
red
you.
pill easy, bro. He guaranteed money. I'm taking it. 70% is fine. If they could take 70% of
you could give
$100
like
million.
99% at that point. Like,
yeah, they could. Like, I'll just invest. I'll just freaking, I'll get a huge loan
that's
for
free profit.
$100 million, and take my 30 mil, no, I only saw CFD when you said reach 5 to 30% a day in portfolio. Yeah, I mean CFDs. Yeah.
Ricky from Trailer Park Boys, is that you? Be greasy.
Be greasy when others are fearful.
I think he meant to say greedy, but
yeah, he did. The earnings call is at 9 p.m. today, 9 p.m. tonight, which is we're not going to be streaming that long. That's in 5 hours. Not unless we get like $1,000 in donations. If we get $1,000, I'll stream it that long. But until then, we're just gonna chill. Yeah, I can't trade CFDs. I trade on Thinkorswim. Very well known platform. And I mean, listen, the reality of it is, I day trade every day live. There is no way for me to possibly fake what I'm doing. No way for me to possibly fake what I'm doing because people watch me trade. They see, number one, me trade pre-market. So on TOS, you can't trade pre-market in TOS with paper accounts, with a simulation account. Number two is they see me buy 100 shares. Like, to put it into perspective, this here's an easy way to prove it. Here's the SPY. All right. And today on the SPY, I bought 1,920 shares of the SPY, right? SPY currently is 450. Let's just say that. So today I spent a little bit under $1 million in equity, right? I also traded in pre-market. If you want to look at my actual trades, I could show you that too. And you can't do any of this with simulation. I don't think you can, at least. Here's my actual trades from today. So we're getting better, though. I'm proud of my trading, man. At this point in time, we're just trying to figure out how to scale it. But I'm happy with my trading for sure. We just got to scale it, guys. We just got to scale it. But, I'm waiting for the comment to say you spent $1 million in equity to make $20. I was losing most of the day, so I had to kind of fight back and win. But we're scalpers at heart, so it's all good. All right, guys, still waiting on these NIO numbers. Vote on the poll right now, bull or bear. I'm hoping they come out in 10 minutes. Yeah, all good, Alan. All good, brother. Where did you get this information? 9 p.m. NIO call. Well, you can go to, if you want the call, I'll send you the link for the NIO call. Just to put it into perspective, and this might actually hurt me because I'm telling you guys how to find the earnings call yourself, but if you ever want to find the earnings call yourself, just go to Google and type in the symbol. So in this case, Nio Earnings Call, and you just go down to the Investor Relations and Nio site. You click that, and just to show you how to find it here, you go
you can subscribe to the Beginner Trading newsletter, become a member for free, and you get updated on all of this. You don't have to ever find it. You don't ever have to search through it. All of that, stocks to watch, special materials to go along with the courses, and so much more are given away. Again, everything's for free. Why not, right?
Everything's free, guys. We don't charge a penny for anything. Everything we put out there is free. Our job is to help new traders. Our goal. That's why we're called beginner trading. I'm not a beginner. I've been trading VWAP strategies and scalping for over 5 years now. But
if you're interested, check out our website.
Yeah, there's the link, guys. Check it out. We got a lot of good free information on that website. Just everything's free. We don't sell anything.
Our new beginner trading course. If you're new to trading stocks, our beginner trading course is live up on there too, by the way. We have an advanced VWAP course on there too. If you guys are looking to trade the stock or the strategies you see John trading, profits that he was showing, honestly, what he's talking about with the levels here.
Yeah.
It's all in there, guys. All for free. All really good content.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, this channel is bussing. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. I also posted the Nio. See, I'm getting better. The Nio earnings call link, which is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. I'm assuming we're going to get the numbers that are dropping, hopefully in about 8 minutes. All right, so Musica's prediction is NIO EPS miss -3 revenue beat. All right. First time I've stayed with you on an earnings call. This is BS. Why they wait? I have 95 shares. I'd like to unload at the high. Hey, well, good luck, bro. You got this, Steve. Good luck, bro. It just said 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, well, maybe it's at 8 p.m. My apologies. It's hard for me to tell because I'm in Central Time, and so I always gotta adjust it to Eastern Time. So it might be 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure. Let me find out the exact numbers. There we go. No, it's 9 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah, it's 9 p.m. If you want to see it, this is it right here. Oh, no, now it says 8 p.m. See? Weird. Okay, so no. So the November 9th one is at 8 p.m. This one is at 9 p.m. NIO fourth quarter and full year 21 earnings conference call. It's going to be at 9 p.m. EDT.
Dominic.
Yeah, I mean, none of...
Call it out.
No, I mess with my daughter. It's like modern slang, so I mess with my daughter. I'll be like, "It's a vibe up in here. This stevia cola is busting."
You're probably doing her a favor because all the people who talk like that for real, like actually mean it. She's not gonna like just think back to her weird dad doing that and just like avoid him like the plague. She's gonna find some proper gentleman who's like, "My lady."
Yeah, she's gonna get older and marry somebody that says bussin'. This thing's bussin', you know. Man, this Coke is this soda is bussin', you know. Sorry, checking emails.
Damn jaw.
Nio. 10 push-ups. Did I say it, bro? Did I say it? I'll do the push-ups, bro. Y'all want me to do the push-ups? All right, I guess I said it. So I guess I owe you guys 10 push-ups. All right. If y'all trick me
2 hours, you gotta do it anyways.
Yeah. All right, here. All right, y'all ready? I owe you guys 10 push-ups. All right. Watch the NIO numbers drop right now. All right, 10 push-ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, the clap for extra effect. Did you guys hear that one?
Look.
Little show off at the end.
Yeah, you know. Look. You gotta flex when you can over here. So, you know, don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me. You gotta flex when you can.
Wait, why were you doing push-ups, John?
Because I said Nio, but I spelled out I said the abbreviation for Nio. You're not gonna get me.
I almost got him, guys.
You're not gonna get me, you know.
No girl push-ups, Eric says.
I'm so swole, brah. You know. That was more my slang, was brah. I'm from Louisiana.
Oh, that's what it is. Hold on. Did I send it to you on? No, I didn't send it to you on Discord. Hold on, I got this. Guys, I found a picture. Did you guys know John is a statue, bro? It was wild, bro.
How does that? I don't see it. I played along. I guess I could kind of see it. See, I have no Italian in me though. I did one of those 23andMe DNA tests. I'm mostly English. I mean, who knew? My last name's London. I guess I could kind of see a beautiful beard, you know, swole, you know. I could see it.
Oh,
you know.
You're telling me this isn't John?
Oh, wait, have you shown it? Here, I could show it. Hold on.
You telling me this isn't John right up here?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Is that me? I don't know.
Telling John with the beard, a little bit longer, curlier hair.
Can you guys share the website again? Yeah, we got you. I don't know, bro. I guess I could kind of see it. Can we see the website again? Yeah, I got you. Here. You know what's really difficult is managing 4 monitors at once.
You know,
problem.
Wait, you really use like Windows key in your arrows, right?
No.
John,
Windows
you can
key in my arrows. What is that? What are you talking
Windows key in your arrow keys. Hold Windows key and like, all right.
If you boot me from the stream trolling me, bro, you know, you're fired.
No, I'm kidding. You're fired.
No, I'm just joking.
It divides your window into like half and helps you like organize your tabs and move stuff around super fast.
Okay, so I do what? Windows key. I'm a boomer up in here.
Windows key and like right arrow.
See, I don't have a Windows key. There's a new keyboard.
Start, maybe?
Okay, right there.
Wait, you're on a Windows PC, right? You're not on a Mac.
Yeah. No, I'm on a Alienware.
Huh.
All right, premium goat. I'm gonna put you in timeout, bro. You're saying the same thing too much. All right, guys. 3 minutes until the earnings numbers should be coming out. We'll have to figure it out later. Also updating you on just general pop culture news. Joshua Bassett says he was hospitalized with heart failure from stress after the release of Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license. My daughter probably loves this news. My ADD affected me on Twitter. Thank you guys for everybody that followed me, though. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys. @BeginnerTrades is my Twitter handle. Follow me now. Did them too quick? I mean, bro, that's just how I do, though. You know, I can't help it. It just flows out of me like that. I can't help it. All right. Bullish or bearish on Nio?
Potentially 2 minutes till the reveal.
It has to be, right? They can't push it back longer than that.
Hey, Sonny has a point. If you really want to get him like really good push up, you gotta get down and then hold it for like a little bit right there in that last position, and then slowly push up like that.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, push up as fast as you can, slowly let yourself in, hold it for a second, and then rapidly up. That's how you get the most out of it, right?
So during the AMC GameStop craziness, I started charging for push-ups. Capitalism was thriving. I was charging 50 cents a push-up. You could donate, and we'll do it right now. If y'all want to donate to me, 50 cents a push-up. I'm not asking for donations. It's just kind of a troll joking thing. But
guys, please, we need Chick-fil-A for dinner. Please, guys, come on, guys. Like,
please.
There's 500 you. Each one of you donates a quarter, guys. I get.
Please buy my push-ups, guys. Please. No,
we don't sell anything except for John's push-ups. Yeah, sorry
capitalism.
We're
thriving. Yeah,
don't sue us.
But no, one day I started selling push-ups, and so I charged 50 cents a push-up, or it might have been $1 a push-up, and I got like 600 plus donations, $600 plus in donations, and I had to do in one sitting 600 push-ups, literally in one sitting. I think I did like 500 just myself, and I had to call Carol up, which I guess everybody accepted, and Carol had to do the other 100 because I was so tired, bro. I was literally hurting, like my limbs hurt for like 2 weeks after that. Nio pushed up aftermarket. You think earnings already happened? Well, somebody reacted to him probably. They probably know. This is not, yes, it's normal for earnings to drop before the conference call. But the conference call, the market's going to be closed for the conference call. And so I'm assuming the earnings are going to come out now. Or at least right now, yeah. I'm assuming they're going to come out right now. But if they don't drop right now, I don't know what's going to happen. Checking all the sources. Let me know if you guys see anything happening with NIO.
Hey guys, to anyone here from Reddit, I heard someone had posted something in an NIO subreddit or something, and that brought a bunch of you fine folk around here. We're looking to get involved on Reddit, run Reddit ads, do stuff. So if anyone's actually involved in Reddit, is currently a Reddit admin or moderator or stuff like that, we offer paid positions. We're just looking for a little bit of help with that kind of stuff. Even if you just want to give me some advice, you can message me on my Discord. We joined a beginner trading Discord and just Bobby beginner trading, and I'm gonna post that link right now if anyone wants to do that.
Yeah, check it out, guys. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens, guys. We're waiting for the earnings numbers to come out. There's the Discord link. They should be out now, but I don't know what's going on here. We're waiting for the numbers. Nothing has shown up yet. Let me check the chat on TOS and see what they're saying, or maybe the Benzinga chat. Long chat leaders. Trader Lounge. Does anybody know when they're supposed to drop? I thought they would come out now, but they're still not out here, which is weird. I don't know how long I should wait here. It's 7 a.m. in China. Well, I think the numbers would come out. Has any company ever released earnings at 9 p.m.? I don't know. Also, guys, go check out our advanced VWAP strategies video. We dropped this video. This video details 5 really good VWAP strategies that are a little bit more advanced for the more advanced trader. Again, I've been trading the VWAP for over 5 years. I'm actually green on this year. and I have nothing to sell you guys in these videos. It's all free. We just drop free content, completely free. And so if you want to check it out, again, these are advanced VWAP strategies from someone that's actually green on the year. And if you want to check out the VWAP class, here's the link. Check it out. Completely free. $9 a.m. will be the 9 p.m. will be the official earnings. Yeah, but generally earnings come out pre-bell or at post-bell before the call. And so the earnings are, how are the earnings going to come out at 9 p.m. when the market's closed? You know, I mean, I guess you'd have to get up early and see what happens on that front, but I'm not seeing anything yet.
For their Q3 earnings on November 9th, 2021, Nio put it out at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Beijing and Hong Kong time.
Okay. Well, was that the call or was that the actual numbers?
That was the earnings conference call.
Okay, well, that's different. So the conference call is generally after the earnings drop. So the way it usually works is the earnings drop, usually for like a domestic country, domestic company, they drop the earnings between like 4 and 6 p.m. Eastern, and then the conference call is sometime after that. So it's just weird that we're not getting anything out yet, but I'll have to go check the last ones and see what happens. Because yeah, there's a difference between the earnings call and the actual earnings being released. Generally, they're going to release earnings before all of that stuff. So at the very least, guys, if we don't get them tonight, subscribe. We'll be covering them live tomorrow morning, bright and early, super early. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We're going to wait around. I guess we'll wait another 25 minutes, see if they're dropping then. But we're still waiting for the fourth quarter earnings. I'm trying to see if we see any details on when it's supposed to happen. Let me look at the last earnings call, which was... Let me look at the last earnings call, which was on November 9th. So I'm going to go back all the way to November 9th in some of these platforms and check out when the actual earnings numbers dropped. So 1 second, guys. One second. There we go. Yeah, I said after close. So last year, okay. So yeah, last year they came out right around now. So right around 5:30 they dropped. So right around 5:30 in November is when the earnings came out. They posted it at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, I don't know. Last year they were out already at this point in time. So nothing yet. I guess we're going to wait until 6 and see if they drop then. But last year, on November 9th, the earnings came out at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Exactly at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. And so right now we're at 5:35 p.m. Eastern. And so we're still waiting. But that is generally what they do, is drop them at 5:30. So we could just be a little bit late, and you know, hopefully we'll get them sometime soon, guys. We're just waiting to report them. Like we're not in the know either. It's not really any set time of when these things usually come out. I think it's 25 minutes till this released. Okay, hopefully so. Yeah, we'll see, Florento. Let me know what you guys think. 8:30 earnings, 9 p.m. conference call. No, not really. I mean, we do earnings. Most YouTubers do earnings calls between like 2 and 6. So I mean, we can hang out. Look, I mean, yes, I know, but Bacon, you're freaking out over there. But what you don't understand is that in November 9th, what you're referring to, sir, is the actual earnings call, which is different from the earnings report. On November 9th of last year, just to put this into perspective, guys, The NIO earnings report, which is again different from the call, dropped at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. So about 7 minutes ago on November 9th. That's when the actual full earnings report was released. If you don't believe me, I think I already scrolled away from it, but that's what happened. November 9th, the full earnings report was released at 5:30 Eastern. And the earnings call, which is again different from the actual earnings report, the call goes over the report, was later. So just to clarify. Yeah, so Bacon, you're welcome, sir. SNDL ripping. Yeah, SNDL ripping on cannabis news. SNDL ripping, yeah. Hey. I'm trying over here, bro. I'm trying, man. You know. Our earnings 6 p.m. U.S. Pacific time. I see how. Yeah, I mean that's when the actual earnings call is going to be at 8 p.m. Central. But we're waiting for the actual earnings report, which is different. Yes, the earnings call, Bacon. We understand that is in 4 hours. Yes, correct. But the earnings report is different, sir. We'll wait about 20 minutes, see if it drops. What do y'all think of SNDL, man? SNDL is flying up. Cannabis is strong here. So yeah, cannabis stocks are rising on potential federal legalization vote. Cannabis stocks are flying right now with SNDL ripping.
You mean cannabis stocks are rising up high?
Yeah. Cannabis stocks are highly going up, you know. Ripping.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. All right, guys. Wait on the NIO numbers here. Nothing yet. Shout out to the guy yelling at me about 8 p.m. He might be right. I might be wrong. We'll see. Yes, we understand the earnings call is later. Earnings report is delayed as it was misspelled as blank of Nio. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it happens. When is that vote supposed to happen, though, for the MORE Act? Numbers out yet? I mean, we're watching for volatility in Nio here. We still got about 19 minutes. If it doesn't drop in 19 minutes, then we're just going to have to, update tomorrow. EPS estimate is minus 4673. Monday vote. Okay. Dude, this is sad. What's sad? What do you guys expect? Good or bad? I don't know. I tend to think it's good, but who knows? I mean, I am bullish at NIO. I'm hoping it rips, obviously, but who knows? You know, we got to just kind of wait. We're hoping good. I mean, bullish movement. If you look at NIO, that's another 10. I got 20 I got to do before the stream ends. If we look at Nio here, it has pushed up pretty solid amounts, roughly 90% over the last week, from $13 all the way to $22.50 where it's sitting now. So I think there's a lot baked into this move already, but I do think that it looks strong, and hopefully we got some good numbers that come out for Nio. We won. Hey. Hey, good luck, Riblier. Nothing yet. My RS4, nothing yet, brother. We're waiting on the numbers to come out. I keep checking it. I mean, we're pretty. The problem with actual earnings reports, and again, we got a lot of people here that don't understand the difference between an earnings call and an earnings report. There's a difference. Generally, they're released at two separate times. The earnings report is specifically released earlier than the earnings call. So generally, they release the earnings report in after hours, which is what we're in now, and that's what we're ultimately waiting on. And after that, sometime later, they do the earnings call where they basically review the earnings report that was released prior to that. So right now, what we're doing, just to put it into perspective, is we're waiting for the earnings report to come out and giving us the actual numbers. And then the earnings call is going to be set for 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. And if you want to find the earnings call again, you could just Google, Google Nio earnings call, and you'll get the investor relations Nio site, and you can look it up there and find it. What's up, Ugly? It's actually cool. Instead of checking, I'm actually painting the wall of my living room, and instead of checking the phone every 2 minutes, I have you guys in the background. Wish the music was more diverse. Hey, I appreciate the support. You know,
we can look into some better, more copyright-free music and stuff like that.
I can put on some sad music, you know.
Please like and subscribe. We have families.
Get Sarah McLachlan out here, you know.
For only one small like and subscribe, you can help this starving Jonathan.
My mom used to cry every time the Sad Pets commercial came on with Sarah McLachlan with the arms of the angels or whatever it is. She used to legitimately cry every time that commercial came on. I'm doing the same thing. The vote is Monday. Is a triple-digit company long-term? I tend to agree. Hey, my man Bulldog, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, in the arms of the angels. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. In the arms of an angel. They got like a sad puppy staring at the camera, you know. That's right. All right, guys. 15 minutes, hopefully, until these numbers go out. Thank you, Bulldog. Hope you're doing well, bro. Still nothing. Bulldog, when do you have NIO numbers? That's 30 push-ups. When do you have Nio numbers coming out? It's sometime soon. It's got to be sometime soon. Cannabis stocks ripping up, dude. It's time to legalize, though. You know. Yeah, you're welcome, Javelin. I got you, bro. That's what I'm here for, man. Are they going to approve a stop limit in EXT hours on TD? I think they already did. I know they recently changed stop loss rules in extended hours trading, and I think it's taken into effect on TOS, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, not 100% sure. I don't set a lot of stop limits because a lot of the time a stock can just dump past those levels and you just won't get hit and you'll lose anyway. And so, you know, that's the only issue with those for me. They won't legalize. It's about control. Yeah. I don't know. All right, guys. So 15 minutes, hopefully. SNDL still ripping up here. Look at this move, up to 85 cents. Bullish or bearish on SNDL, guys? Let me know in chat while we wait for Nio's numbers.
Any Chinese music? Good
Um,
question.
I don't know if they have. I mean, I don't think it's any really specific ethnicity's music. I think it's all just lo-fi, which can be anything. I don't know. You think Cannabis Stocks run through tomorrow or just pop tonight? I don't know. The question is whether people are already baked into this. I think they're gonna. I think we'll probably hold most of these gains leading up to the bill,
Well,
unless.
John, it's cannabis. I'm pretty sure you can be certain that they're baked in it.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, there's tons of puns, bro. But no, I think that we'll probably hold most of these gains in terms of cannabis, unless a politician comes out like openly really skeptical about the bill passing. I think if that comes out, then they'll just correct back down. But I think if that doesn't happen, we should at least hold these gains. And then if the bill passes, I think it passed last time. What stopped it last time from fully going through? Yeah. All right, so it passed last time. Last time the Republican-controlled Senate bumped it down. But now that the Dems own the Senate, it has a chance of actually passing, I think, or at least it should. If they do what they say they've been doing, then, or if they're about it like they say they're about it, then it should pass. But who knows? Yeah. Yeah. Cannabis is ripping. You know, I think a lot of people are already baked into this. I don't want that cannabis smoke. You know. We'll see what happens.
Fire jokes, John.
Yeah, I'm hilarious, guys. Stand-up comedy is my next career. All right, guys. I'm just killing time here. We got 11 minutes. Like I said, if the Nio numbers don't drop by in 11 minutes, we'll give it maybe 5 minutes past that. If they don't drop for 6 p.m., then we're just gonna have to close it down. Again, guys, if you're here hanging out with us and you like the vibe, if you think it's bussin', sarcastic, yes. Please don't take me serious. Join our live stream in the morning. We day trade $30,000 account with $120,000 in buying power. We trade very actively. Again, if we look at if we look at the SPY today, or even if we look at like the Q, right? We look at the Q today. We trade very actively every day. Trade a lot of different things. We traded MULN. Look at this. We trade very actively. Man, I wasn't trading in pre-market, so these are actually a little bit off. But that's okay. Let me switch this to a 5-minute chart. Point is, we trade pretty actively. Yeah, there we go. That's better. We trade pretty actively every day with 120,000 in buying power, and we cover all the big stories in the market. We trade. We talk about everything. We teach people the strategies we use completely free. We don't charge for any of our content. We're just a free resource and community. And so if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We go live every weekday morning for free. Cover a lot of good stuff in the stock market. So hit that like button, hit the notification bell. Roman, y'all might be right, honestly, but generally they're going to release the actual earnings report pre-earnings call. So generally they're going to release it a little bit earlier, which is usually in after hours, which closes, I think it's at 8. Yeah, it's 8. So it closes at 8 Eastern. So if the call's at 9, then the numbers are going to come out after the market's close, which is not generally what happens. Last year, again, the reason we're streaming right now is because last year, Nio dropped the earnings report at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So really 21 minutes ago. And so I assume that that's what they would do today, and we're just watching the reaction of the market to this, but so far, nothing yet, and we'll see what we get. Last year it dropped at 6, actually. Not technically, Kent. We actually looked into this already. I appreciate the support and all, but if we go back here, we're using Benzinga here. And you can try Benzinga out completely free for 2 weeks without even needing a credit card number. You can find the link in the description. And you can try Benzinga out completely free for 2 weeks without even needing a credit card. Benzinga's super dope. They've got scanners, news releases, all that good stuff. But we're going to go back to the last earnings release, which was in November. On November 9th was when the last Nio, that's 30, 40, or that's 40. And if we go back to November 9th, when the last earnings report came out for Nio, here's November 9th right here. And you can see Nio, third quarter adjusted EPS. The report, unaudited third quarter 2021 financial report, dropped at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So again, it dropped at 5:30, which is why we're streaming right now. And we're just waiting. Hopefully they release it soon. Okay, remember they had the hour change. Last time was at 5:30. It would be 6:30 with the hour change. Okay. I mean, I guess we can keep it around then until that happens. You're right, my bad. Oh, good. Maybe Julian might be right, which is the hour change from daylight savings time, which is time to go.
That's a very good possibility. No
Yeah.
reason. We're almost there. We're like 40 minutes out.
Yeah, we'll keep it going until at least then, I guess, if it doesn't drop. But I'm hoping
You know what you can do in the meantime, John? You can talk about your strategies from the new VWAP course live. Talk about how maybe you would be considered making those type of plays off. And I almost got it.
Ooh,
Off Nio.
push ups yourself,
I'm
bro.
gonna do 5 for that one. I'll do 5 for that one.
But no, VWAP strategies work really well. We're going to look at long strategies because I don't believe in shorting Nio here. And long strategies can be really profitable. All right, so we're using the volume weighted average price. One of my favorite strategies is called the VWAP reclaim. It's basically when we get a potential trend change. So we get a stock that breaks under the volume weighted average price, and then we get a quick surge of momentum pushing it back above the volume weighted average price. So we get this big drop here, and we get a quick surge back up. We're going to buy that first pullback after that. So we're going to buy this little thing here. Kind of looks like a Z pattern. And, you buy this dip. And generally when I buy this dip, I'm taking profit very quickly with a 1-to-1 ratio. The other good thing about trading it like this is that when you do this, you got a pretty obvious risk level here, right? So like if you buy it after this reclaim of the VWAP, you got a pretty tight risk level. You can just use a risk level of down here, right? So in this case, from 88 down to 60, you're risking 28 cents per share, and I generally look for like a 1-to-1 reward target because the accuracy is going to compensate for it. And so, another 30 cents per share would be right up here. So that's all you need to have a 1-to-1 ratio. If you use the previous high of the day, you could have even better ratio to where you got a big reward and a small risk, buying it. And this is, again, if you're scalping it, here's the risk, here's the reward. So you got a much larger reward relative to the risk. And that's kind of how you find yourself in good organic risk reward scenarios. 5 minutes, guys, 5 minutes. And if y'all want more stuff like that, hit the subscribe button. Again, we got a lot of good free content here on this channel. We've been dropping some really good free trading classes on the VWAP and a lot of other good content daily. And so check it out. We also live stream every weekday morning. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit the notification bell. And I certainly appreciate it. So I enter using the DOM. The direct object model. I'm thinking of React as a programmer. The DOM. What is the DOM? Oh, I'm assuming you mean the ladder.
Document object model or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is on React. That's what I think of when I hear, or JavaScript is what I meant. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm assuming he means the ladder is what I'm assuming he means. So I'm assuming he means this ladder here. Or you could mean this right here is what I'm assuming he means. This ladder right here. I just trade buy. I buy here. I usually market order it in and out. Depth of market. When was the last time a publicly traded company released results as late as 6:30 Eastern? I don't know, man. It's been a while.
Well, they are in China, so...
Yeah, so it is going to be a little bit different generally. And we'll see. Yeah, I hold a little bit of NIO on Robinhood. but it's a small position and it's long term. So I mean, I'm going to be affected by this some, but not much. You know, I'm holding it long term. All right, guys. 3 minutes, team. 3 minutes.
Seen any momentum in Nio?
Not yet. I'm seeing top Wall Street bets. A lot of people on Reddit are mentioning Nio here. You said Nio. Yeah. What's up, Sophia? 40 push-ups now? Yeah. 3 minutes. 3 real minutes. A lot of people are saying 6:30. All right. Well, if that's the case. That's the case. That's all good.
It's not that deep. We're
Yeah,
just happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah, if it's 6:30, I'm gonna have to bring Carol in here, and she's gonna have to host the stream, which probably will get more views anyway. To be honest, you know, let me know if y'all want me to go get Carol.
I don't think a lot of them know Carol.
Yeah. Because I told her I'd pick up my daughter from school today, so I'm gonna have to go pick her up if it doesn't drop at 6.
I'll keep her alive. You should definitely bring Carol on. I'll try and get Big Meech on. We can.
I thought you had a competition.
That competition got moved. Actually.
Okay, dope. Hey, well then, yeah, I'll try to get Carol on.
I was gonna say do that, and I'll bring Big Meech on, and then they can have like a lady stream, beginner trading lady stream.
Yeah, for sure. Volume is dead. It's just slow. Hey, we'll see. I'll have to talk Carol into it. It might take a little bit more. But she should do it for me.
You gotta hype it up. You just gotta be like, Big Meech is doing it.
Look at you now. Oh. I realize that there's so many sketchy bots on. Carol's my wife. Carol's right there. The earnings call is at 9 p.m. Eastern. Someone just got 104,000 shares on SNDO. Here's Carol.
That's
Baby,
some major chat
this call with me. Not right now. But yeah, I got it. That's what I'm saying. You might have to host this call. I know, but hold on. Here, hold on. I'm trying to talk Carol into it, so hold on 1 second.
Best of luck. Can we get a Pogs in the chat to get Carol in here, guys? You thought Carol
was the kicker. Here's 6 p.m. NIO numbers looks like they're out because I'm seeing a big drop here. So it looks like they're out. Yeah, they're out right now, guys. So the numbers are actually out.
Oh, no Carol?
Yeah, so no Carol. The numbers are out, guys. I'm going to find them and read them here. Quarterly total revenue. Here, we're going to drop this number here. Here's the number. First number I see. Quarterly total revenue reached about 1.5 million US. 1.5 million US. Big drops. We're going to wait for the full numbers to come out, but these are the actual earnings report numbers. Bear with me. NIO fourth quarter revenue 1.55 billion. I'm typing it all out, but we're getting some downward action for Nio here. Some downward fourth quarter loss per share of 21 cents. All right, so fourth quarter loss per share of 21 cents. Fourth quarter revenue of about 1.55 billion. Fourth quarter EPS of minus 21 cents, in line with expectations. Sales of 1.55 billion, beat the 1.53 billion estimate. So it looks like they're actually coming in a little bit better than expected here for Nio. Here's the numbers right here. My apologies, guys. Dropping the numbers right now. It looks like they came in a little bit better than expected, actually. But we are ripping back up here. So again, minus 21 cents EPS for the fourth quarter, which was in line with expectations. Sales of 1.55 billion beat the 1.53 billion estimate. So better than expected numbers, in line. So on par and better than expected numbers so far. EPS was in line with expectations. Sales were a little bit better than expected here as well. So that's generally good. Again, we're putting the full number here as well. Right, these are the Benzinga numbers I just dropped. Fourth quarter EPS of minus 21 cents per share. EPS in line with expectations. Sales of 1.55 billion beat the 1.53 billion estimate. First quarter sales of 1.511 billion to 1.567 billion versus the 1.66 billion estimate according to Benzinga. So right now, in terms of price action, we're getting mostly neutral. We dropped and then we corrected about halfway, and so currently we're sitting right around $22 per share, around $22 per share for Nio here. And we'll see what we get. We'll see what happens, guys. We're currently at 22.10s, and we'll see what happens on these numbers. Still going to be updating you as we get a little bit more fuller details regarding what happened. We have fourth quarter deliveries were 25.034 thousand, so 25K roughly in fourth quarter delivery vehicles, up from 17.353 thousand in the same quarter last year. So yeah. All right, so these are the numbers right now, the full numbers. Again, fourth quarter EPS of 21 cents loss, in line with expectations. Sales of 1.55 billion beat the 1.53 billion estimate. They saw sales of first quarter of 1.51 billion to 1.567 billion versus the 1.66 billion estimate. Fourth quarter deliveries of about 25K, up from about 17K year over year, according to Benzinga. And again, Nio has mostly reacted negatively to this, even though they were better than expected, mostly all the way around here. So again, what this is showing is we had better than expected or in line with expectation results. And so let me know what you guys think, bullish or bearish. Honestly, guys, I will say this. It feels really good to be right. Everybody telling me it's going to be in 4 hours. Where are you at now, sir? Where are you at now? I'm living life over here. Feels good, man. Feels good. I'm going to sip my tea proudly here because I was right. You love to see it. Better than expected results, though. NIO actually dropping on these news releases. So down to 2170s, 2180s. Remember, guys, if you want to listen to the full earnings call, it's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. So the full earnings call is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's where they're going to have a Q&A. They're going to have executives talking about stuff, all that good stuff. I'm sure there's probably going to be a translator.
Hey, stream numbers are back. Going crazy, guys.
Yeah.
While everyone's here, leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. We do everything for free. We got a bunch of other cool earnings calls, bunch of other awesome content coming out, tons and tons of free stuff that we give away, and so much more.
Right. It's all free. We don't charge a penny for anything. This is not what I was waiting for, to be honest. So you weren't waiting for the actual fourth quarter results? Now you're changing it up, sir. It's all good. Yeah, guidance is actually really important. I'm just messing with you guys. Guidance will be out, and we'll see what happens. The earnings calls are definitely valuable, and so I'm just kind of messing with you guys. But this is going to be the much bigger reaction, though, to be honest. Like, generally, you're going to get a bigger reaction in the actual earnings report as opposed to the earnings call. You know, generally, the reaction to the earnings call is a little bit lighter, if that makes sense.
And if you guys want to get involved in more earnings calls like this, hang out with us, be notified of all this stuff.
That's right.
Go ahead and join our email list. I just posted the link right now, and tons and tons of cool stuff, stocks to watch, live coaching sessions where we coach you guys, talk about your trades, all that kind of crazy stuff.
All free.
News, all for free. Same stuff that people are charging thousands and thousands of dollars for. Access to our Discord and so much more, guys. Stuff that you can literally go anywhere. You're going to see $200 a month, just about anyone. Go on Twitter.
Yep.
Just go Google #stocks on Twitter. As someone who's a marketer, tell me how many people you find like John that are giving away everything like this for free. You can give me 5 that are really giving it like this, that are actually profitable, live trading $30,000 accounts, giving away their strategies for free.
Hey, hit the subscribe button. Do
You
it now,
show me
guys.
5. You show me 5, I'll give you $5. I tell you what. You show me actually 5 right now, and I will personally give you. I will PayPal you $5. Swear on my life. Because you were at that point doing.
$1 for SNL code. Thank you all. Good night. Hey, thank you as well, Tesh. Yeah, so again, we had better than expected numbers that came out. Here's a really good question that I want to touch on real quick. So Javelin actually had a really good question. He said, so the question I have now is, do you think it's because the positive was already built in this week, building up to earnings? Yes. That doesn't mean I'm not bullish long term, but I think the reason we didn't get like a massive reaction yet is because we're up almost 100% in the last week for Nio here. So up over 100%, or not up almost 100% in the last week. And so to a certain extent, this is already baked in. People are already, riding this up. If we look at Nio, over the last week, we've made this huge run from $13 up to 22s. So just a really big move in the last week, but it doesn't mean we're not going to go up more. And it's just something we got to wait and see and react to. So we back to 60? No, not yet. ET7 and ET5 weather guidance through the roof. Yeah, the NIO, the Nio SUV is interesting. It's doing better than the Tesla SUV in a lot of cases.
Wait a second, did I hear that?
Yeah, I got to do 50.
Oof,
All good. Still waiting for the Nio reaction though, and it's pumping. I'm just glad it came out. I would have felt really dumb if I did this stream for 2.5 hours and nothing. We just still didn't get the numbers out yet. So all good. I'm just glad we dropped them. And Nio's starting to push up. It's at 22s here, 22s. With these numbers out, guys, let me know what you guys think. Where do you think Nio's going to be in the next year? In the next 12 months, what do you think? Yeah, we beat earnings for the most part, Simon. Better than expected and on par with expectations for one of the metrics. Fit your earlier explanation, so you caught it. Exactly. I mean, that's why I try to. I've covered a lot of earnings calls, and that's kind of how it goes sometimes. It's like you'll get better than expected numbers and on par with expectation numbers, but because they've gone up so much in the preceding week to the earnings, then the initial move post earnings is not as huge, if that makes sense. Yeah, SNDL going kind of crazy too. I get a lot of people mentioning that. Right, so we're pulling back down to 2190s. Again, the previous closing price number is really, really relevant. And so we'll see if we can stay green. And again, this big previous closing price level at 2180s is really, really relevant. This is the level at which Nio goes from green to red and red to green on the day. And so this level right here at 2187 is super important. If we break underneath this 2187 level, we're going to be technically red on the day. If we hold over this previous closing price, we're going to be technically green on the day as well. And so we'll see what happens, guys. Like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I certainly appreciate it if you do. And let's keep pumping and keep growing the channel. We stream live every weekday morning for free right here on YouTube. And one of the easiest ways to help support the channel is by hitting the subscribe button and hitting the notification bell. We don't sell a thing. Everything we put out there is free. All of our content is free. We don't charge a penny for any of our content. We just give it all away for free. I am those 10% of day traders that are actually green. We are actually green on the year, and we trade live a $30,000 account with $120,000 in buying power every single weekday morning right here. So don't forget to subscribe, guys. Easiest way to help support the channel. 22
really would appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Be a personal favorite, us guys.
It'll pass the house 100%. Yeah, for sure. It's all about. It's definitely gonna pass the house. It passed the house last time. The More Act. It passed the house last time. The big question though is, do they actually follow it up and complete it? Last time it passed the House, but the Senate rejected it. So that's the big question: is whether the Senate passes it too. Chris, I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think. Are these estimates? No, these are actual numbers, AJ. I told you guys the numbers are going to drop in after hours. I told you guys that the earnings call was at 9 p.m. Eastern, but the actual earnings report, this is how earnings work. The earnings report drops post-bell sometime. Today, it was about 2 hours after the bell, but it was still after the bell. Earnings call will be much later, and that's just going to review the earnings that we have on screen to weatherman it really quick. These numbers right here, you know. These numbers right here, those are the numbers that they're going to be covering, plus guidance, which is incredibly important for that as well. $300 a share within 5 years. Let me know where you guys think it's going to be in a year.
In a year, I really see a lot of EV stocks really moving up. As long as these companies keep their stuff together, I see a lot of them going up. EVs, the thing too is EVs going to really have to struggle with is the battery stuff. People, especially with like climate activism and the way that kind of stuff's going, that's the biggest problem EVs facing. Just like Bitcoin came under huge scrutiny for the energy crisis, EVs going to come under, for the battery crisis and all of that stuff. Now they've been trying to make much more powerful, longer lasting batteries, and they even have done really good. If you guys haven't seen, they have electric airplanes that are going forever. So I'm really bullish on EV as a whole. In fact, so much so that probably gonna start investing in some very, very soon. Just going long on some stuff now that I've been building that kind of base up.
Yeah, I think I'm a car guy and I love cars. And I think one of the things that's going to make EV succeed, you got a lot of people that are really skeptical of EV, and a lot of people dislike EV because of the environmental effects of battery creation. But I think if we look at it objectively in terms of just pure efficiency relative to gas-powered, vehicles, EVs are far more efficient in terms of gas mileage, in terms of speed, just in terms of efficiency. EV is much more efficient. Look at the Tesla Plaid, right? It runs like a 9-second flat quarter-mile stock straight out the factory. And so those are ridiculous numbers that you would have to put a huge motor into if it was a gas-powered motor. And so the efficiency is going to be the real key. And anytime we have a technology that is efficient, that is as efficient as some of these EV vehicles, we're going to get better at disposing of the batteries and creating them in general. Anytime we have a market with capitalism, we're going to get better at it. We're going to get better at creating these vehicles, and we're going to be more efficient at it.
Necessity is the mother of all invention.
Exactly. And so with that, EV is going to grow, and EV is going to slowly start taking over, and it already kind of has the automotive space. I think we're always going to need fossil fuels and oil specifically for lubricants.
Yeah.
But gas powered vehicles. We'll see. It's speculative, but we'll see what happens over the next 10 years.
And the only reason I don't see EV taking off like this year, next year, 3 to 5 years from now, I really see it being like a 5 to 10 before like it's more like you still have a gas vehicle. What is because who just said it?
Well, it's also automation, like autonomous vehicles is the next big thing too. I told my daughter in 10 years.
It's the electric grid though. I was trying to find who said it to give them the proper credit, but someone had just mentioned the electric grid. Like, so right, California wanted a bunch of people to switch to the electric vehicles, but their electric grid literally could not handle it. You saw a power problem with storms in Texas when the electric grid went out and people could not heat their house. Imagine they couldn't drive to a shelter or anything like that to do anything because you can't charge your car, right?
Exactly.
So,
and you can see, we get a few people asking about
tomato earnings are out right now.
Yeah, the earnings read right below Bobby. These are the earnings reports. You can see them right below Bobby. Nio fourth quarter EPS, which is earnings per share, is 21 cents loss, which is in line with expectations. So down 21 cents EPS for the fourth quarter, which is again in line with expectations. It's on par with expectations. They put in sales of 1.55 billion, which was better than the 1.53 billion estimate. They saw first quarter sales of 1.511 to 1.567 billion versus the 1.66 billion estimate. So that's the one where they fluttered a little bit in terms of like numbers. So mixed results, basically. Their sales were a little bit lower than expected. Fourth quarter deliveries and sales were better than expected. And fourth quarter EPS was on par with expectations as well. So generally good results, on par and better than expectations is what the numbers actually are. Guidance is still going to come out later on tonight. If you're in the US, at 9 p.m. Eastern is when the earnings call actually is. So be sure to check that out too. But yeah, what I was going to say is in 10 years, autonomous vehicles are going to be what's going on. Like in 10 years, there's not going to be that many I mean, we're going to have drivers on the road still in 10 years, but we're going to be a much larger percentage of vehicles that are driving themselves without anybody sitting in the front seat. In 10 years, we're going to have mostly cars driving themselves, and we're going to have like Uber, but there's not going to be a driver. Basically, I think.
Uber already has that program, by the way.
Right, for sure. And so in 10 years, yeah, it'll be there.
No, like it's here now. It's just not, and they have public. I believe there, and someone can fact check me on this. Maybe I believe in certain small niche areas they have publicly available autonomous rideshare.
Right. Yeah.
If not them, someone does.
Yeah. So 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when after hours closes, Joplin. All right, guys. Well, that is Nio here. Like I said, guys, hit the subscribe button. Easiest way to support the channel. Like I said, we are one of those channels that are rare out here that just give everything away for free. I've been trading for longer than your favorite guru. Over 5 years now. Trade a $30,000 account, 120K in buying power, and I don't sell you guys anything. Everything we drop is free. All of our content is free. We don't charge a penny for it. Even our memberships are just ways to help support the channel. You don't get any additional content becoming a member. It's literally just a way to help support the channel. So it's like we're not charging for any of our content. It's all free. And so if you want to support content and movement,
you do get additional stuff. You get the morning watch list. You get first priority. You get morning watch list.
No. I'm talking about YouTube memberships. I'm talking about YouTube memberships.
My mistake. I thought about the actual website.
No. Website memberships are free as well. Those are completely free, and you do get additional stuff, but that's completely free. I'm talking about like $5 a month YouTube memberships, which they gave me. But again, it's just a way to support the channel. Yeah, we do market open streams. This guy Hudson, we trade the opening bell completely live every single weekday morning for free. And we've been doing it for years, and we trade a 120,000 buying power account, and we trade the open live every day. Day trading, scalping, and we're actually green on the year, and we prove it every day, and we are that 10%, sir. So y'all hit that subscribe button if you want to see how it's really done. Good luck. Love you all. Appreciate everybody for joining the stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. We start our live stream at 6:30.
You guys want to be notified? Check out the website. You can sign up for that, become a member for free. Get notified about all our live streams. Get notified about watch lists. You can choose what you want to be notified about too, guys. We're not trying to spam you with a bunch of stuff. Completely customizable. Tons of great stuff in there. John, you mind posting that link real quick?
Yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, so here is the beginner trading link if you want to check out our site. Again, everything's free on the site. We don't charge for any of it. It's all free. We got email lists. We got courses, strategy, tutorials, all that good stuff. And you can find the link here. So with that said, guys, I'm out. Good luck. Good luck with Nio. Let's try to make some money in this, and we'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early, guys. Hey, good having you, Javelin. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Hudson. Let's get in the morning, guys. Let's try to make some money. We'll see you guys then.
See you guys. Hang out with us.